commenced in 1920, which has been going over for a century, was christened with a brilliant shield that these two teams have been competing for the past 79 years. Trinity College taking on Royal College here at Pallekelle for the first leg of the 79th Bradby Shield encounter. It's going to be a crack-a-lucking affair in this beautiful Pallekelle Stadium. And a warm welcome to all of you. Good morning, good afternoon and good evening from wherever you are watching the Papare, bringing you live pictures from Pallekelle. And joining me in the comment box is Shanaka Ambarisinghe alongside Abid Jamil. Shanaka, we are in for a big one here.
It's going to be a treat, Sudarshana, that much is for sure. And welcome wherever you are, from Washington to Wanganui, from Toronto to Tokyo, from Laos to London, from Sharjah to San Francisco, wherever you might be in the world. Thank you for joining us here on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. These are the boys warming up for what is going to be, for some of them, the biggest match of their lives. And this is going to be a match that Royal are going to approach like caged tigers, and the Lions, with this man at the helm, are going to be defending the shield for the first time in a long time, Sudarshana, and that's a place that they're not used to being. So it will be a fantastic episode of this Bradby Shield, the 79th encounter.
The weather in the hills is always unpredictable. Currently feels like it's around the 26 mark, but we are expecting the weather to settle down to 24. It's cloudy here at Pallekelle despite the sunshine currently on the field, and we are expecting some light wind from the top to the bottom of your screens.
At the moment, the Simitra Ratchi Trophy is on offer, and it is being contested to by both the 16+ sides of these two teams, Royal and Trinity. And at the moment, at half-time, Royal leading the hosts by 10 points to 5. This is the man who will be taking the whistle in the middle, who was in your frame a little while ago, Jaco Brouwer, who is a South African based in the Bay of Plenty in New Zealand. And this is the tally as it stands: 78 encounters played, Trinity with 40 wins, and Royal trying to close that gap desperately with 36. Last win for Trinity was last year after a long lapse, and Royal have been dominating the Shield in the last few decades.
It was 39 to 30 a couple of years back, almost a decade back.
Well, it was 39 to 30 in 2014 when Tharinda Ratwatta won that Shield, but Royal have won 6 since then, and Trinity finally have come to the elusive 40. And Trinity will want to look to do one better, and Royal, of course, to continue their good decade.
The grand old lady in Colombo 7. Beautiful pictures of the Reed Avenue establishment that is very proud of how they want to play this game. Some nostalgic pictures for anybody who is watching this from far away. Most of them would have picked up the rugby ball or the bat or the ball in those fields. And this is a place that you have spent a lot of time, Shanaka.
Spent quite a bit of time indeed at Royal College, and it is one of the big things about having a rivalry with Royal College, that you get to spend time in this wonderful campus in the heart of Colombo, and you make memorable friends. And of course, this bell is something that is rung significant occasions, such as before the team leaves for the Bradby. This hall has seen some real history behind it, and I'm sure we're going to see some history on this Pallekelle pitch as well. This pitch that is guarded like Rapunzel. It's difficult to get to, but once you get here, my goodness, it was worth the drive.
Yeah, of course, Shanaka, it's a fantastic venue to play rugby. And there's something about this venue when it comes towards the Bradby. The grass gets a bit greener, the lush mountains of Kandy get a bit more visible, and it's really a lovely venue, as you can see. The Trinity supporters eagerly awaiting the Bradby encounter, but it's going to be a huge game for these two teams. Some of them playing their last Bradby and some of them playing their first Bradbys as well.
The school where the river and the mountain meet. Trinity College, nestled in the heart of Kandy, and pride and joy of all Trinitians around the world. The quadrangle right next to Napier and the Allison House, central to Trinity's sporting expertise, and the beautiful Gaster block, arguably the most beautiful block in at Trinity, and Trinity's pride, joy and soul, the Trinity Chapel, which was rededicated recently after very needed refurbishment work that was completed for the 150th anniversary.
Yes, some of those beautiful David Painter murals inside the chapel being restored, especially for that occasion as well. What a wonderful heritage in this hill capital. Abid, it's been a long time coming to Royal College, to Trinity College rather, the shield from Royal College. And your brother is in school at the moment, and you've just left school a couple of years ago. What is the feeling of that shield coming back? Has it lifted the college?
Oh, it definitely has, Shanak, and it has created a really good culture in college as well. Of course, under the leadership of the big man Fazil Marija, who has really changed the culture of rugby at Trinity College, not just in the first 15s, but in the under 12s, 14s and 16s as well. So it has really changed what rugby is for Trinity College and what the Bradby means for Trinity College as well.
Yes, a beneficiary of that was Trinity's win last week in this Bradby. It was a big statement Trinity made when they managed to get that 1-point victory against Royal at Royal Complex, and when you manage to do that, you always start believing when you have to go back home. Trinity playing really well, and Sean Altaf drop goal winning them that game.
It was a pretty stunning performance from him with the boot, but it was a really close encounter, wasn't it? Amika Samarasinghe scoring tries, and Yuan Pathirana, who will be a key focus today. These are highlights from last year. And that was that big kick, Sudarshana, a moment that you probably will never forget.
Oh, even if I really try to. Absolute cinema here at Pallekelle last time around. 16 points to 17 was the score when Trinity took the first leg. Second leg won by Trinity 25 points to 23. 42-39 was the aggregate, and if not for that Sean Altaf's last minute penalty, it would have been the third drawn encounter in that 78-year history in the Bradby.
And it just goes to show how tightly contested this game is, isn't it? 2 legs and a shield up for grabs. But Sean Altaf was the man of the match in both those encounters, and he was man of the match in one of the Bradby Shield encounters that I played as well in 2023, the first leg, and that was at Pallekelle as well. These are the results of the last 10 years. It is all blue and gold up until that last year, Sudarshana.
There was a risk of Trinity being completely wiped out in this chart, but the pride of 118, the Warriors who took the field in 2024, making sure that Trinity is still alive in this chart, getting a big win.
Would have been an easy graphic for our Papare graphics people if it was just the yellow that they had to put on this chart, but fortunately for the Reds, they did come through and win one last year. And is it going to be as close? 81 points scored in last year's encounter, just 3 points separating the two sides. What an unbelievable performance. It came right down to the last play of the game. And what an international caliber performance to win it as well from the man who was chosen to take the kick. And it really was an outstanding game for many reasons. And also the New Zealand under-85s who visited recently, they were amazed by the quality of the kicking, not just by Sean Altaf, but in all schools rugby here in Sri Lanka. And this really is the pinnacle of schools rugby. Even though it is a friendly game, it is a fantastic advertisement for rugby in Sri Lanka as a whole.
this might be the results of the last 10 years, but in the last 10 matchups, gents, Trinity College have had the upper hand. In the last 10 times that these teams have met, 7 wins for Trinity against the 3 of Royal, and of course the last victory for Royal coming way back in 2019 here at Pallekelle. So they'll be looking to do one better and try to have better hopes here in this fantastic stadium that Trinity College have.
It's nice to see during that warm-up Sean Altaf with a big smile on his face. It's often that players can get a little bit overwhelmed by the occasion. Sometimes the pressure on them is a little bit too much, but it's nice to see that these players are enjoying the build-up to what is going to be a fantastic occasion in their lives, and we'll be looking at that as well as we come back after the commercial break in this 79th annual Bradby Shield encounter, the first leg from Pallekelle.
Reserve your BYD vehicle today with John Keel's CG Auto by visiting the BYD showrooms or call us on 0112 125 125.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samagin pirimin sadahamai.
රාමෙන් පාරක් දාමුද?
මෙතන
විතරක් නෙමෙයි. ඕනෙම තැනක රාමෙන්.
හඳුන්වාදන මෙල්බන් ස්නැකර්ස් කොරියන් රාමෙන් සේවරි විස්කර්. රාමෙන් සැරට සෙට් වෙන්න.
සැරටම එන්ජොයි කරන්න පාටි එකට ගෝ.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
විහිළු නෙමේ ටෝකියෝ සුපර් ඕන වැටකට සුපර්.
Link Natural Cramp Guard Plus. No more suffering from muscle cramps. The herbal specialist for muscle cramps. A trusted product from Link Natural.
The road is yours.
German-engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් නැති දවටනේ නියම විල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක්ටයිල් ඇඩසිව්. අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samagin pirimin sadahamai.
ස්කෝර් එක චෙක් කරනවා මේ හොලිඩේ එකේ no phones ස්කෝර් එක
85යි
ස්කෝර් එක
මගේ නම 90යි
so many score මොනවද මේ ස්කෝර්
මේ SoftLogic Life Health Score ඔබ SoftLogic customer කෙනෙක් නම් ෆේස් එක ස්කෑන් කරන්න ස්කෝර් එක චෙක් කරලා හෙල්ත් එක මැනේජ් කරන්න දැන් වෙන ලෙඩක් හැදෙන්නත් කලින් ඔබ බලා ගන්න SoftLogic Life ලංකාවේ හොඳම සෞඛ්‍ය රක්ෂණය.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
That was summer refresh when the train got to go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samagin pirimin sadahamai.
Reserve your BYD vehicle today with John Keel's CG Auto by visiting the BYD showrooms or call us on 0112 125 125.
Welcome back from wherever you are in the world to ThePapare.com as we bring you live action from the 79th Bradby Shield encounter between Royal and Trinity. The first leg is to be played in Pallekelle and it will get underway in just about 45 minutes time. The teams are out here doing their warm-up. We are doing our warm-up here in the commentary box. I'm joined by former Trinity hooker Sudarshana Piris and former Trinity winger Abid Jamil. Also Trinity weightlifting lion, if I'm not mistaken, and we're certainly missing our stalwart commentator Abdullah Yusuf, the first man to lead Royal into the den of lions here in Pallekelle in 1997. He's away in Colombo on a professional commitment, but we'll be reunited with him for the second leg. So it is the most looked forward to, the most anticipated encounter in schools rugby, and not just Royalists and Trinitians from all over the world, but neutrals joining us on this broadcast as well to see exactly what's going to happen. Long warm-up, Sudarshana. We've often questioned this Dushant Luke under pressure, coming from the second place finish or the third place finish in the league, up against the champions in the league. How is his mindset going to be, especially with the loss of his key pivot this evening?
That is going to be something that will definitely bother him, where he will have to make sure that the changes that he's put in place are effective. Royal College getting that big win against their arch rivals in cricket though, St. Thomas's, and against Sri Sumangala they ran, but there was a very closely contested affair against Wesley that they didn't go all the way, but that Milroy Fernando Trophy and also winning that all-important Michael Gunaratne would have been a very, very important one for the Royalists.
Well, they started off the season a little bit rockily, Royal. They were run really close by Kingswood. And then DS Senanayake, they managed to win pretty easily, lost to Isipatana early on, and then started off very strongly in the league, but then dropped away a little bit. And towards the end, they managed to pick themselves back up again. A big win against St. Thomas's. That was what really set their title hopes, well, not alive, but they were going to get as close as they could. And then, of course, Isipatana, that comeback win again, the Major Milroy Trophy as well. And if you look at Royal's season, Sudarshana, they have won their major trophies. They've won the Gunaratne, they've won the Major Milroy Pereira, and they've won against St. Peter's as well, that trophy. And that's something that they will be taking into this game, to know that they have not lost a single trophy game.
Absolutely, Shanika. 4 trophies that they chase, they've already bagged 3. They will want to take this one home as well, especially because of the fact that they surrendered the trophy here at the Shield here at Pallekelle last season. They will want a change here, and also something that will be at the back of the mind of Dushant Leuke is the fact that last 5 encounters that they've played here at Pallekelle, they've been on the losing side. Trinity unbeaten for the last 5 games at Pallekelle, and will want to make sure that they make this a real fortress against the Royalists.
Well, since coach Dushant Leuke took charge as the head coach of Royal College, he's yet to win here at Pallekelle. And he'll have to come up against this team to try and change those fortunes. But of course, the Trinity College season started off very, very strong. And of course, got back that league title after 38 long years, Sudarshana. The two of us called it from the commentary box. That was a fantastic moment.
Yeah, and the voice is being shaky was purely because of technical difficulties, and we weren't emotional winning that third after 38 years. But what a season it has been for the Trinitians. After that disappointment of losing that game against Isipatana College, they really managed to pick it up. Their only blemish was that final game against St. Peter's, but they had the league secured at that point, which would have contributed to the lack in form in that game. But Fazil Marija will be hoping the 2-week break would have done him well, very, very good.
Here are the season's results, running riot against St. Anthony's as they started out, and that really set the alarm bells amongst the rest of the school's rugby population. They managed to beat St. Thomas's comfortably in the quarterfinal as well, and then that fantastic game, 12 points to 9. They went down to Isipathana in the knockout trophy, but I think that probably gave them the impetus to come back and say, look, this is the league title that we are going to win somehow or the other, and they managed to do exactly that, beating their arch rivals Royal, also 34 points to 12 in what was a comprehensive win here at Pallekelle, smashing St. Thomas's 36 points to 19 also at home, and then Isipathana barely troubled the scorers, 32 points to 10. The real title decider was against Wesley, 23 points to 21, but once again a game that Trinity led very early on, and Wesley came back into the scoreline as a little flattering, but against St. Peter's, as you said, Sudarshana, they had the league wrapped up. They're young boys, they had one eye on the Bradby, were probably thinking, I don't want to get injured in this game and Mr. Bradby, and that's probably why they went down by that 2-point margin to a good Peterite side on the day. But today is going to be a completely different animal.
Well, that's something that will give a lot of hope to the Royalists, because what they've done throughout this season, the latter part of the season, is putting in big performances in the last quarter. They will be hoping that they can try and put that on, and if Trinity fumbles, they will be looking to take control.
And I think what Royal will want to do is try to emulate that Peterite performance from a couple of weeks back. They have what it takes to come back into games, and they've shown that in the last 2 weeks of the Dialog Schools Rugby League. So I wouldn't be too surprised if they try to do exactly what the Peterites did and try to shut off Trinity's options in the back door, and also put the back three under a lot of pressure, Shanaka, which the Peterites did very, very well in that game.
Yes, they haven't really had to deal with a lot of pressure. I find it interesting that not a lot of teams have chosen to kick to Trinity this season. And that's something that I would think that given the way Trinity play, they would love, they would really hate for someone to do to them, and teams would love to do against them. But somehow it hasn't happened. Has Dushant Leuke learned from the way teams have been successful against Trinity College? Has he learned from the way that his team last played against this team? They've played against them already one time, and that's something that really will be, this is the league encounter. A couple of mistakes from Royal allowing Trinity in early doors. Idris Farooq, the only man who scored points against Trinity on that afternoon, is not on the starting sheet today, and that is a big, big loss for Royal.
Well, it's also a loss, not only a loss in terms of points, but also a loss in terms of tactical approaches that they take towards the game, in terms of kicking and in terms of open play as well, Shanaka. Because he has really been their cog that has really gelled this team together, and it will be interesting to see how Yuan Pathirana, who has been listed as the fly half, goes about it with his thunderous left boot and also with his counter-attacking abilities. But the Royal pack hasn't been as dominant as they have been in the last decade, but they'll need to step their game up against this league-winning Trinity outfit.
Usman Shafraz, the man who had the honor of lifting the league title after Tiro Rajapaksa in 1987. And what an honor it will be for him to be able to lift the Bradby as well in the same year. An outstanding performer this season. He was unheralded coming into that number 12 jersey, Sudarshana, and perhaps a surprise captain for Trinity as well, but he has shown and led by example that he can do the job, and Trinity have really have followed him and come up to where they are. We'll be back with lots more after the break.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Super Seal for waterproofing. Tokyo Super Seal. Do it right the first time.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මා නම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
Our forests come in many forms. They can be up in the hills or down in the plains, fed by the rain or sculpted by the sun. Our forests are deeply rooted in us. They are a living inspiration.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Score එක check කරනවා. මේ holiday එකේ no phones. Score එක
85යි.
Score එක.
මගේ නම 90යි.
So many scores. මොනවද මේ score?
මේ SoftLogic Life Health Score. ඔබ SoftLogic customer කෙනෙක් නම් face එක scan කරන්න, score එක check කරලා health එක manage කරන්න. දැන් වෙන ලෙඩක් හැදෙන්නත් කලින් ඔබ බලා ගන්න SoftLogic Life ලංකාවේ හොඳම සෞඛ්‍ය රක්ෂණය.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහමයි.
Experience what it means to have true peace of mind with NDB credit cards. NDB credit cards, the advantage in your wallet.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Hamasitakම පිපිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ, ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, chill when lemon. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහමයි.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් නැති දවටනේ නියම විල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩසිව්. අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහමයි.
German-engineered tyres for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Very good afternoon and welcome back to the Pallekelle Stadium as we eagerly anticipate the kickoff of the 79th annual Bradby Shield encounter between Royal and Trinity from this beautiful stadium, which has a few rain clouds building up on the horizon. How this will impact the state of play, we don't know, but this big Royal forward pack, especially shorn of their pivot, their fly half that has been sending them forward most of this season, they might revel in wet conditions, and it might really upset the game plan of Trinity, who have been training here and hoping to play some entertaining running rugby for all their fans who have bought not just the grandstand tickets but all the plane tickets to come up here to Pallekelle, knowing that they are firm favourites for this particular Bradby Shield encounter, position that they haven't found themselves in for a while. Dushant Leuke never really has a smile on his face before a game, but he will certainly be hoping that his plans, the plans that he has no doubt hatched with his coaching team, inclusive of Banu Kanane in the backs, and he would have been propelled into doing something different, Abid, given the fact that Idris Farooq is missing. He will have had to tweak something in the Royal backline.
Well, speaking of Idris Farooq, he has been the guy that has really been calling the shots for Royal. 89 points to his name. The highest try scorer for Royal, Amika Samarasinghe. Amika Samarasinghe and Didula Jayasuriya both playing on the wings for Royal. Didula Jayasuriya has made the switch to full back today, but the two of them have scored 20 tries combined, Shanaka. And when you have two prolific finishers on the corner, it's very easy for a team. But it's not just the finishers that you have to have. You need to be able to have people who can distribute the ball to the corner. And that's something that Royal will need to do well. And like you mentioned, the rain clouds setting up in the sky is something that these two teams wouldn't have been thinking about. But the weather here at Pallekelle is very unpredictable.
Well, Royal College had their captains run yesterday from 2:30 up until about 4 o'clock, and there was a slight drizzle then as well, so they would have been privy to that. Trinity, on the other hand, playing at home, they will know the conditions exactly. They will know what to expect here at Pallekelle, and will want to make sure that they put in a big shift. Trinity had the luck of the draw in the league, where they had almost all their second round games here at home, which really helped their cause in searching for that title. But here at the Bradby as well, what they will want is to make sure that they put in a big shift before going into the second leg.
Fazil Marija pacing up and down. Here's a man who won the Bradby back for Trinity last year, Shan Altaf, with 120 points in the league. He's got the most amount of points, not just off the tee but from the hand as well. He's been kicking fantastically. And if you look at the points scored versus the points against, that's a big margin. 250 points plus between the points for and points against. They finished knockout runners-up and league champions after 38 years, and 14 tries from Minula Yabdehige. He'll be looking to add to his tally, but he's been the unsung hero of this Trinity backline.
Well, Trinity dearly missed him in that game against St. Peter's, and Minula Yabdehige, of course, already has a Bradby try to his name. Scored in that second leg last year. Shan Altaf, of course, 32 points in the entire 78th Bradby Shield. Playing in his 5th Bradby as well, and the 5th start in the Bradby as well for Shan Altaf. So the two men on your screen will be of paramount importance for both for their teams.
The Trinity Lion doing his job and leading the charge of the schoolboys who have turned up in their numbers. Sudarshana, you would have remembered being this age, although it was some time ago.
Well, absolutely, yes, Shanak. I think that's where the fires start burning in wanting to be in the middle. West Bogambara, when we were young lads, and we used to get from then sponsor a paper flag outside which was red, gold, blue. I still do have some of them, which are some of my most treasured keepsakes. And both these teams, like we mentioned, will want to make sure that they go on firing long warm-ups, like you mentioned earlier, Shanaka, but with the weather turning in to a very cloudy one, I think they are of very much importance.
The 1986 rugby captain of Trinity College, Senani Gunaratna, rugby lion as well, and played in that 1987 team. The team that last won the league for Trinity College. So he'll be pretty proud with the team that is being fielded today by Trinity College.
Here are the top 5 point scorers among the players that we'll see on both sides today. Shan Altaf way out in front with 120 points. He scored a couple of tries as well. Idris Farooq really impeccable off the tee for Royal College. They'll really miss him today. Minula Yabdehige with those 14 tries, 70 points. Amika Samarasinghe and Didla Jayasuriya with the 14 tries and 11 tries between them. They have been fantastic on the wings for Royal. And it's nice to see Royal getting their wingers to score tries. There was a time in the recent history of the game that Royal's hookers were the ones who were actually scoring the most amount of tries, but it shows that they're moving the ball, they're running the ball, and this back three with Yuan Pathiran in it is now moved from 15 to 10. We'll have to see how that change impacts them, but it has been fantastic to see Royal's wingers scoring.
It's a lovely graphic, isn't it? The two kickers and then the finishers. So it really has gone to show that these teams haven't been one-dimensional. They've always looked to work the ball out after their forwards have done the hard yards. Like you mentioned, Shanaka, Royal College, not just the maul but the line-out hasn't been working, and the last time they played here at Pallekelle was that league fixture, and that was a bit of a disastrous time for Royal in the line-out. And they'll want to try to get that sorted, and these are the top try scorers from both teams.
Yeah, I think Trinity will be delighted at the fact that they have a forward and a back in that mix, with Nisit Kumar Singh, who is the player of this league as well, featuring there with 9 tries, and Minle Adhike with 14. For Royal, Amika Samar Singh, Didula Surya and Denuka Pereira, who has been fabulous, but Amika and Didula combination is going to be crucial for Royal's chances of winning this leg here at Pallekelle.
Yes, Royal pretty dangerous out wide, and how Nisit Kumar Singh plays today will also be important, and we really hope that we'll have all 15 players on the park at the end of this game. We don't want any cards coming and actually really turning the flow or the tide of this game. The referee in charge, of course, Jaco Brouwer from the Bay of Plenty, and he will have an occasion and a half on his hands, probably the biggest game he will ever have refereed in terms of the crowd. But what an atmosphere it has been, and the long warm-ups maybe just for these players to soak up the atmosphere in what is probably going to be the biggest afternoon of their lives. Here's the big man, Yoshita Situmina, who was the match winner for Royal College, not just on 1 but 2 occasions, scoring last-minute tries and bringing turning defeat into victory. Last-minute strapping, and our sponsors as well, bringing you this coverage to wherever you are. And here are the key matchups of the day, Sudarshan.
Yeah, these are going to be very, very important. Sean Altaf going against Yuan Patarina, because Yuan Patarina will be playing out of position. He is a very good fullback, but hasn't been able to try his chance at number 10 position. So battle for territory will be fought between the two teams, and Yuan Patarina, like you mentioned, if he opts to try and kick a little bit more than Royal have this season, Trinity might be troubled a little. Power struggle for the Jacklers. Shran Satish Kumar has been picked by our crew, but I think Nisit Kumar Singh is going to be a key factor in this power struggle of Jacklers. This as Patarina, as we know, is brilliant and hits the defensive line straight, and will want to make sure that he is a person who wins possession for Royal College. Race to the whitewash. Minle Adhike and Didula Surya has been brilliant. Two brilliant wingers will want to make sure that they exert their authority in this first leg.
Well, those matchups are going to be key for both teams. Outstanding graphic there showing us the key performance and how those mini battles in the game between these positional players will be important. For me, as Sudarshan has said, Shran Satish Kumar and Disas Patarina, how they match up against each other. They're two very different players, and how those guys match up is something that's going to really decide the fate of this game. Everyone looks that they're ready to go. We'll be ready to go when we come back from the commercial break.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් නැති දවටනේ නියමවිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine, just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit, never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
බොස් You're the one who lifted this company to where it is today, ne? Your work is so well organized and your capability really shines through it.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
ZZ.
We KYC. Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances. Amazing.
Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තියේ කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා.
පිත්තියට ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
Swisstex Skim Coat finish එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Drink Samahan daily to boost your immunity and stay healthy against prevailing health conditions. Samahan daily. Stay healthy.
ඔබත් SoftLogic Life customer කෙනෙක් නම් ෆේස් එක ස්කෑන් කරන්න, ස්කෝර් එක චෙක් කරලා හෙල්ත් එක මැනේජ් කරන්න. දැන් වෙන ලෙඩක් හැදෙන්නත් කලින් ඔබ බලා ගන්න SoftLogic Life ලංකාවේ හොඳම සෞඛ්‍ය රක්ෂණය.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
A very good evening and welcome back to the Pallekelle Stadium as we are moments away from kickoff in this almost packed grandstand here at Pallekelle. The Trinity crowds have turned out in force in their merchandise. Sudarshana, it's been a while that Trinity have been favourites for this trophy and they are making sure that everyone knows it.
Yeah, they will want to make sure that they secure it because the Bradby Shield, which was crafted here in Kandy, hadn't seen the Klul climbs for a while up until last year. They will want to make sure that they extend it. As we take a look at the Royal team card, the forwards, Nakib Mohammed, who is going to be absolutely important for Royal's chances, a strong running prop forward. Imtizal Nasir will be trusted with the throwing duties into that Royal line out. Yoshita Situmina has been absolutely fabulous in the front row and has taken many a games under his spell. In the second rows, we will have Nazir Hanifa alongside Metako Vikramaratna, who will be the jumpers of the Royalist. The back row, Altaf Aman in that number 6 jersey alongside Senator Ranasinghe will be the flankers, but keep an eye out for that man in the number 8 jersey. This is Patirana, who has been absolutely fabulous throughout the season and is a strong ball carrier. This is a matchup that will worry Royal a little bit. Savista Fernando has been the pick of the scrum for Royal College, but they are missing Idris Farooq, the talismanic fly-off for Royal College, and Yuvan Patirina, who normally plays at fullback, has to fill in big shoes in that number 10 position despite wearing the 15 jersey. Simak Shafiq will be the first centre on offer because Simak has been their utility player who's been playing everywhere around the park alongside Ishain Hiran wearing the number 13 jersey as the second centre. In the wings, we will have Amika Samarasinghe, the skipper, who will look to use the wider channels alongside Dinuk Pereira coming in because Didulu Jayasuriya slots in the 15th position as the last line of defence.
And here's the Royal College team and how it shapes up. We have the replacements Yatavara Kashyap, Karunawansa, Mudun Kotua, Vijayaratna, Amasinghe, Mohideen, Jayadinu, Nimsara and Nimanka. Interesting change in the front row, of course, with Naki moving to prop and Nazir coming in. And of course that enforced change in the centres. Simak and Hiran are pairing up for the first time. And we have Samarasinghe, Jayasuriya and Pereira. He's chosen to keep that back three together. Yuvan Patirina compelled to move to fly half as well. That's going to be a very interesting couple of combinations that Trinity will look to exploit.
Well, here's the Trinity College team card. Manusha Silva, Hamza Abdeen and Achinta Jayasena in the front rows. Hamza Abdeen compelled to play in that hooker position because Onija Kodituaku is not of the age that you could play in that front row. So he will slot in the second row alongside Akash Fernando, and both will have to be in sound form when it comes to the lineouts if they are going to dominate. The Trinity back row is a back row for the ages. Nisit Kumarasinghe will play at number 6. Shrayan Satish Kumar, the number 8, and Evin Jayasena, the youngster as well, playing in his first Bradby Shield encounter, will look to try and make a mark for himself and for his team. 9 and 10, Trinity have gone with the same combination that won them the Bradby last year, Udan Vijayakon and Shan Altaf, and how the two of them play and how the two of them manage this game will really decide Trinity's fate in this encounter. The trusted centre pairing, the captain Usman Shafraz and Sadisha Veerawansa, both of them provide kicking options and of course are great distributors of the ball. And if they can get the ball to the wider channels, Trinity will have tries flowing in this game. And those tries will probably come off these three men. Binule Attehige, the highest try scorer for Trinity College. And once again, two youngsters, Abdul Malik and Ammar Manzil, both of them playing in their first Bradby Shield encounters, and will look to make a mark for themselves and Trinity as well.
It's going to be interesting how those two youngsters slot in there, Malik and Manzil, if Royal look to kick to the back. And the replacements, of course, Pereira, Jaya, Disanayaka, Udukumbura, Indusara, Premachandra, Nimnet, Mukshid, Vanasinghe and Raizan will be the last man on the bench as a finisher for Trinity College. Udan Vijayakon and Shan Altaf have been really good, and what Coach Fazil Marija has a luxury of is that tried and tested combinations they've made. They've had the continuity between Safraz and Veerabangsa to make sure that these guys are not separated, that they've been playing together for a long time, and that understanding could ultimately be the difference today, even though Abdeen has been moved from 7 to 2.
Yeah, Abdeen, despite wearing the 7th jersey, was given that hooking duties when it comes to the scrum, like Abid mentioned, because Onija Kodituaku, who is the chosen hooker, cannot play in the front row because he's just 16 years of age. You need to be 16 plus in order to play in the front rows. But coming back to the point you made, Shanaka, 100%, because you did see against St. Peter's, we did not see Yuminle Abdehige starting, and you saw the line was a little hesitant to try and work around that channel, and Yadehige's inclusion in this is going to be absolutely important for Trinity and their chances of making it a big one.
Well, 7 starters from Trinity returning from that last encounter that they played here at Pallekelle in the Bradby Shield. 6 from Trinity returning as well, so there are quite a few returnees, Shanaka, and they know what it is to play in a Bradby Shield encounter, and how would that pan out when you're playing with freshers and debutants as well.
I think leadership for both teams has been pretty good. I think Royal have managed to stay the course and make sure they won all their trophies. Coming back at the latter end of games in this kind of a competitive league is not easy, and that shows that their leadership knows what it's doing. And this is pretty much the Trinity camp. Here's the Royal stewards who have come out in force. You can bet your bottom dollar that they will make their voice heard if their team gives them half an opportunity to get that cheer of ROYAL going. People still, of course, pouring into the ground from all corners of Kandy. They've certainly been having their warm-ups, as it were, over the course of lunch and maybe even the night before, and the party will continue late into this evening, regardless of whoever ends up winning.
Plenty of old boys from both the institutions joining us and organizing watch parties around the world. A couple of specific mentions. The Auckland OBAs of Trinity College and Royal College are getting together for the very first time, with Trinity hosting the watch party this year. Next year it'll be the chance of the Royalists. So big shout out to the Auckland OBAs. Of course, Uncle Josh, who is a live wire, bringing that up, and also a massive shout out to the OBA of Saudi of Trinity as well, with my very good friend Shiab Sawahi being a man very much involved in that. A lot of people who are not able to make the trip will be glued to their screen, Shanika. You can bet your bottom dollar that they will do anything in their power if they are given the opportunity to try and be here at Pallekelle and then in 2 weeks at Royal Complex. But as some say, your best view is in front of your television.
It's the principal of Royal College. A couple of dignitaries in the box as well, Mr. Channa Daswat. Few empty seats, of course, in the pavilion side. Those might be the teachers of Royal College who have turned out in their finest. But the buses bringing these crowds in, probably still on their way. They're seeing themselves on the big screen, of course.
It's nice to see people enjoying the camera being directed towards them. In the recent past, we have people shying away from the camera when it's going around, Chanaka. None here at the Bradby.
No Coldplay moments, that's for sure. So you see some visitors from abroad as well. Sports Hub Freiburg, and it's probably from Holland. The Dutch also getting their name in international rugby with Fabian Holland, starting for the All Blacks, a man of Dutch origin. And now the great honour of the flags being brought out. Tisanka Disanaika brings the shield out for Trinity College. Will Usman Safras be taking it back?
Well, whoever wants to take it back will have to wait till the 6th of September. And Usman Safras will be hoping that he's the man to retain the Bradby Shield for Trinity College after a long, long wait. On the other hand, Amika Samarsingh will be hungry to win it back for the Royalist.
These are the moments you cherish. Only a chosen 25 from both schools, 8,500 plus from Royal, and only 25 representatives, and 3,500 plus at Trinity, and only 25 representatives. So it really does mean the world for these boys to wear that jersey. The blue, gold, blue, and the red, gold, blue.
The chosen ones indeed, Abid, representing not just each other, not just their families, not just their schools, but the entire history of this encounter of 78 years. The prayer to bless this encounter is just read out over the public address system. And it's now time for the anthems. Disque out Discedi, and the best school of all.
It's good to see the school venue, the land of youth and dream, to greet again the rule we knew before we took the stream. Though long we missed the sight of her, our hearts may not forget. We've lost the old delight of her, we keep her honor yet. We will honor yet the school we knew, the best school of all. We will honor yet the rule we knew, till the last bell call. For our working days or holidays, and glad or melancholy days, they were great days and jolly days at the best school of all.
The anthems have been sung, the spelling bees have been completed, And the hosts are in one voice as they anticipate what might be a third consecutive win over their old foes at Pallekelle. Sudarshana, tell us about this evening's chief guest.
Yes, Mr. Senanagunarab, the captain of the 1986 rugby team and also the right gold medalist as well. A rugby lion of Trinity Rugby will be a very proud man here.
Well, the whole works, isn't it? Senior prefect, right gold medalist, Lionsman rugby captain, and also league winner as well. So in terms of the chief guest, we've got the best of the best. Played centre in that 1987 team. Proud moment for him, and of course for the boys that are playing in the middle. As Reverend Father Aralia Jayasundara introduces the chief guest to the Trinity Chargers, and still I see a couple of empty seats, Shanaka. The people who couldn't find their tickets will have questions.
Well, we can guarantee you that the empty seats are definitely due to the fact that there might be a chock-a-block entering this ground. The roads here are only catering to a ground which has a capacity of a maximum 1,000. But here we have a full stadium with a couple of seats yet to be filled. As we can see, a lot of people still coming in, walking in here at the grandstand as well. Trinity College being introduced to the chief guest and the officials.
Well, the passage of time is interesting, isn't it, Abid? As senior prefect, I'm sure he would have been getting a lot of schoolboys to cut their hair. But he's come back with a ponytail to the Bradby, and that is fantastic. This is the NDB Bank sponsored Bradby Shield, which is up for grabs. It was a close encounter last year, and we have absolutely no reason to think it's going to be any different this year.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how these teams start, isn't it, Chanaka? The first 20-25 minutes and how these teams adapt to the conditions, which Trinity could probably do better. It's their home ground and they've played and practiced a lot here. But how Royal come up against the Trinity team and how Royal negate the attacks that Trinity put towards them will be very interesting to see. Mr. Dinka Piris, the president of the Referees Association.
And the TMO for this afternoon will be Mr. Anil Jayasinghe, who's ensconced in his room downstairs in this impressive Pallekelle facility. The last word from Shan Altaf, the senior player, and Amika Samarasinghe has given his word to his chargers. Just taps that floreat on his chest next to his heart, because they will be making sure their hearts are poured out. Jacko Brouwer will be the referee. He is a South African domiciled in the Bay of Plenty in New Zealand. Ishanka Abekun and Nipuna Amratunga will be the assistant referees. And as I said before, Anil Jayasinghe will be the TMO, the experienced Anil Jayasinghe. Here he is.
Sinuja Ranasinghe there on your screen had multiple Man of the Match awards in the Dialog Schools Rugby League, and then you have this Aspatirana, who has a similar story to Shrayan Satish Kumar. Started in the backs, Shanaka, in 2023 and then made that shift in the second leg in the 2023 encounter, and now has been a permanent fixture at number 8. Well, this is a big one. 79th encounter.
Fasil Marija alongside his long-time teammate Kapila Silva, as Jacko Brouwer says the 79th Bradby Shield is underway. Long kickoff, goes straight to the dangerous man, but it's been spilled forward, and Trinity have some turnover ball immediately. Nisit Kumarasinghe. Lovely wraparound pass from Shan Altaf. Sadish Veeramangsa takes the contact. Here's Yattehige. Steps back in field. Udan Vijaykur. Altaf at first receiver. Lovely up and tackle from Aman Altaf early doors, but it looks like he might have hurt himself. And another big defensive line hit. Nakib carries it forward and the penalty is coming.
Keep the tackles down.
A tip tackle providing the first penalty of the game for Trinity College. Opportunity now to put points on the board, and Usman Safra straight away points towards the post. Trinity doing well with that turnover ball, looking to use the outside channels, Shanak, and really capitalizing on the opportunity.
Watch it here, Udan Vijaykur, and that's the tip tackle on Trinity's Evin Jayasena, and early chance of points for Shan Altaf, but it started off at a terrific pace.
Altaf's kick is not good enough, goes off the left upright. Early nerves settling into the youngster, but not young anymore.
Well, it's a kick that you would bet every time on Shan Altaf making. And this is where sport is such a great level. It's right out in front. Just maybe struck it a little too hard and snatched at it, taking it to the left of the uprights. But Royal will be very relieved as Simak Shafiq will drop this one out of the 22. It's another wobbly old kick. Sits up nicely for Abdin, and here's the skipper Usman Shafraz, taken just short of the 50-meter line. Akash Fernando.
Releasing tackler, release.
Straight through the middle goes Manusha Silva.
Off the leg.
Vijay Kun for Altaf. Altaf with that cross kick. But watching it well was Yuan Pathirana. Busting it straight up the middle is Royal now with some ball in their hands. Savista puts a little box kick in and bounces it nicely into touch as well. And that exchange, I think Royal won it.
Royal getting the territorial advantage that time. Trinity guilty of not trying to put pressure in that fringes. They cannot give Royal time because that's where they dominate. They'd like to make the fringes a little slower. And Shan Altaf taking the aerial route with ball in hand. That time Yad Dehege couldn't crash onto it. But brilliant work by the halfback Fernando.
That time Evin Jayasena winning the line out at number 2. The back wedge of that ball breaks off. Play on, says the referee, as it's available for Udan Vijaykur's left foot. Little chip over the top, but Savista Fernando read it beautifully. Usman Shafraz gets in there, but Royals forwards arrive and forced a penalty.
Trinity's kicking has been found a bit wanting in these early stages. First the cross kick from Shan Altaf to Minula Yattehige, and that little cheeky box kick from Udan Vijaykur. Savista Fernando did well to clear it up there for Royal. Udan Vijaykur looking to poach the ball. That's where Trinity went off their feet.
Not supporting his body weight as well there. Trying to reach out for that ball. What Trinity could have done better is to try and regroup, counteract that ball, shove the Royalist away from over it and try and go for it. But opportunity now for Royal College inside Trinity's half. First line out, and this will be very important for the line out unit.
This is a big moment in the game, even though it's quite early, just in the 6th minute. But how Royals line out goes today will give them a lot of confidence. They're lucky not to be down on the scoreboard. They're in the opposition half. And that's Hamza Abdin Closing the gap is the call, and that's an interesting one from Coach Jacko Brouwer, which means that contest is going to be a little bit more difficult for Abdeen, who has been making a habit of stealing the ball at number 2. Quickly tapped by Savista. Powered on by Yoshida Situmina in the number 4 jersey today. Busted up the middle by Naki. Good run from the hooker turned prop. Here it is for Imtisal Nazir Hanifa rather. Ball floated over the top, beautifully taken by Dinuka. In fact, it's Didula Jayasuriya. Here it is for Savista again. They've got numbers on the outside. They just got to let it wide. Here they go to Senuja, and this is going to be the first strike for Royal. Amika Samarasinghe looks like he's got it down, and the Royal skipper opens the scoring in the 79th edition at Pallekelle. Somebody's won a bet there, but Amika Samarasinghe does the job for the visitors.
Brilliant stuff from Royal, going from end to end, using the width of the field, and the skipper leading the charge from the front. Take a look at this. They had the numbers. All what they needed to do was send it out, and Amika Samarasinghe pacing his run, goes for the dive, and that's fair game. The corner flag is fair game as long as you don't cross out. The conversion is not good, so the score will remain as 5-0 in favor of Royal College. But what brilliant work from the visitors to make sure that they are in the lead 7 minutes into this game.
Make sure they be
the continuity from Royal, isn't it? To bust tackles and then recycle quick ball. Get those distributors out wide. As Abdul Malik restarts, collected by Naqib Mohammed.
Those are 2 long passes to Didula Jayasuriya, and the next one too from Yuan Pathirana that created that try. Simak under a bit of pressure. Now Altaf. It's a dangerous ball, and here he is again. Does he have the legs? Altaf will get him inside the 22. Yoshita Situmina puts his head down and takes it up route 1. Here's this Aspatrina. Nice long ball, but that time it looks like it was forward.
Offside.
Line offside from Trinity. Floated pass from Shan Altaf, picked up by Amika Samarasinghe. This game has been off to a flyer, isn't it? Royal College have been calling the shots in the first 8 minutes, and they've taken a kick to touch and a rolling maul coming up, Sudarshana.
Yeah, they've gotten 5 points from the early exchange. What they want to do now is to try and put pressure on Trinity and ride on the momentum, and why not? Because they are on the driving seat. Trinity hassled. They were looking to try and upset Royal with an early score, but Royalists have come out all guns firing.
Usman Safraz not getting behind the last foot there. And Trinity in an unfamiliar position, under a little bit of pressure, even though it's in the first 10 minutes of this Shield encounter. Again, this time they choose not to contest. And the driving maul from Royal is well constructed. Here they go. Still going, coming through was Shran Satish Kumar. Totally legal, says referee Brouwer. He's made it available now. Yoshita Situmina almost unstoppable from a few meters out. Savista Fernando. Abdeen meets Pathirana and pushes him back. Royal have lost a few meters, but they still have the ball. Situmina, devastating ball carrier in these regions. Aman Altaf carries.
No hands, hands off.
Clear instructions from the referee, hands off. This is Pathirana, and he's met well.
Keep playing, it's good.
By Sadisha Veeravansa. pick and go from Royal has been their staple diet. And why not? Because it's won them 2 shields already. Still going. This Aspatirana is over. Trinity's defense disintegrating. And you can see the heads in the hands. Boy oh boy, despite the favourite stack, Royal have come out all guns blazing.
Referee this time wanted to have a look whether there was obstruction. Has signaled towards the TMO. Will want to have a chat and look whether there was obstruction. Hasn't awarded the try yet.
Can't hear you. Yes. I just want to see if there was obstruction or if it's
having a look.
because it's on-field try.
On-field distance 5. Check the grounding, is it?
The signal from the referee was that he wanted to see whether there was any obstruction involved. The grounding absolutely was no problem.
Can you hear us? Broken the tackle, no influence from players. One movement and it's happy. Try. Time on.
Jack on, you may over the try.
Well, looks like the try is good. And so is the conversion. And Royal are 12 points ahead. Much against the form lines. Simak Shafiq getting the extras on the board as well, and the Royal crowd are on their feet.
Well, and why not Chanaka? They've scored 12 points already. But Trinity's defense has been found wanting, isn't it? Around the fringes. They need to really fold mindfully and communicate a bit better. But I think it's the nerves setting in. It's a 70-minute game or a 140-minute Bradby Shield encounter as well.
Not something that we've repeated too many times. The fact that Trinity's defensive effort has been found wanting. But what's going to be crucial here is that this is a big one. This is a pressure game, and the pressure can do very funny things to people.
How Trinity are going to respond here will perhaps dictate how this game is going to go. If Royal score next, then it's going to be a long road up the hill. But if Trinity can get a score on the board, perhaps their nerves will settle. Nice ball off the top. Altaf. Straight over. Oh dear, oh dear.
Time off.
Dinuka Pereira.
That is trouble. Absolute trouble, because he made no attempt to bring the player down safely. He made no attempt to wrap his arms around. It was effectively a shoulder charge on a player who was on air.
Well, I'm more concerned about Abdul Malik because he fell down horrendously from that challenge.
In the air. Okay, so what's your recommendation? Red card? Yellow card. Yellow card. Shall we have a look at it? Or are you happy with the yellow card?
If you want, we can go to video reference.
Okay, can we have a look, please? TMO, can we please
they are going to have a look.
We need to just clarify the severity
We'll
of
have to
this.
have a look as well.
It's a potential foul play. Just a minute.
Checking for the potential foul play.
Yeah, he's landing his shoulder. Yellow card is okay for me. Yeah.
It hasn't hit the ground, so we're happy with the yellow card. Are you happy with it? He can continue playing. So number 22, you said? Goal 22. 22. He didn't land on his head. That's what saved him. Okay. Where is he? Number 22? Yeah, number 22. Okay. Dangerous play. Thank you.
Well, he's got a yellow. I think the only
time back on.
issue was what color the card was going to be. Amika Samarasinghe, who ran up there, the look on his face meant that he knew his winger was in trouble. He's very relieved that it's just a yellow.
Yeah, there was definitely
We'll use the line, use the 22.
traces of being very relieved that it's only a yellow, Shanika, because it could have been under a lot of trouble. But Trinity with an opportunity now. Winger in the Nordic chair for 10 minutes. He needs to make sure that he refocuses. It's very difficult sometimes to be on that high and be stable for just 10 minutes.
A lot of movement in this line out, and Jayasena does really well. But the driving maul is repelled by Royal.
Okay, that's once. You stop. Same maul.
Here they are, still going.
Okay, use it now, Trinity.
Still going as Udan Vijayakun hunts for that ball. He's got to get it out, and he doesn't. Really good defensive work by Royal there.
Well, you need to make sure that when the referee calls once, you keep the ball at the back of the ball, because when he says use it, you only have 5 seconds to react. At that time, Udan Vijayakun having to dig that ball up, but Trinity not managing to recycle the ball. Brilliant defensive work from Royal, which will give them a lot of confidence in their own 22. With 12 points up, they will look to exit this one.
Really good work from Naqib Mohammed, who went in there and got his arms around the ball. Just wouldn't let Trinity transfer it. Superb tight work, which often goes unnoticed. Savista Fernando to the left foot of Yuan Patirana, who will thump this one 60 meters downfield to Manzil, who has recovered from that little tip on. Smashed back in the tackle. Udan Vijayakun needs his forwards around him. And now they need a scrum half. Shan Altaf deputizes. Manusha Silva. Vijayakun sets up for the little box again. This time it's not contestable, and it's gone straight into the hands of Simak Shafiq, who has been put back into that back three to cover that kick. It's done well. Yoshita Situmina, when in doubt, let him carry. Savista Fernando now with another kick that's a little too long. Altaf dragged down by the chasing Jayasuriya. It's a long ruck this time for Udan Vijayakun once again.
Last man's feet, hold it.
Beautifully taken this time, and just can't get it away. It's advantage for Yoshita Situmina.
Not got no advantage.
Trinity have been looking to use that little box kick, isn't it? Looking to put pressure on the Royal back three. Abdul Malik there collecting the ball. First box kick from Udan Vijayakun was a high one. Had a lot of airtime. But the next one was a contestable one, and Abdul Malik really needed to keep that ball after some good work to collect it.
What Trinity are trying to do is to try and make sure that they exploit that gaps in the middle phase. They want to try and draw the Royal back three a little up, Peke Sudan Vijay Kona targeting those spaces just behind the defensive line and in between the back three.
Set. Interesting to see how that loss to St. Peter's has affected the confidence of this Trinity team. Royal coming through after losses. I'm not sure that ball ever touched the ground in the tunnel there from Savis Fernando.
Get the wingers on, hold.
Looks like it was taken back and is out on the full, so they will go all the way back for the line out. So a little bit of a reprieve for Trinity.
Well, Trinity really need to capitalize. They're one man up as well, Shanaka. Dinuka Pereira is in the bin. They need to try to get some points before he comes back on the park. Try to utilize the advantage. That was that kick from Royal that went out on the full. Trinity now have a line out just inside the 22.
5 in the line.
Simak Shafiq being given a lot of work to do today. The place kicking, defending at 12. Looks like it wasn't straight, but didn't look like there was a contest there either. So referee deeming that it was too crooked to allow play to go on.
Yes, Evin Jayasena taking it from his outside shoulder with the mistake. This is not great from Trinity because they have a numerical advantage with one man out for Royal. They need to try and capitalize on that, especially given the fact that they're 12 points down against this Royal outfit who have come out all guns blazing in the opening minutes. The halfway mark of the first half, Royal looking pretty, 12 points to nil.
Set.
Mr. Fernando this time is inside the 22, so Simak Shafiq can thump this one into touch, but this time he doesn't. And Altaf, who has been throwing a few dangerous passes, and inaccurate passes, keeps this one in hand. It's important that he doesn't try to do too much, to realize that he needs to start again, and the heroics of last year, while memorable, will not count for anything in this match. Manusha Silva.
Obstruction. Number 7 taking the play out.
Obstruction is the call.
Hesitation from Shan Altaf, making way for that obstruction. Altaf, after that wayward pass, looks like he's a little shaken up and needs to shake it off. He's an experienced player and also the co-vice captain of this Trinity outfit. It's now up to the rest of the team to try and front up and to make sure that they back their co-vice skipper and their playmaker. Hamza Abdin didn't have to go and make that contact. The moment he makes a contact with a decoy run, you are going to be in trouble.
Yes, Hamza Abdin did initiate the contact there.
You want a water break? Water break, 1 minute water break.
Got a water break at the end of the 20-minute mark. It's pretty overcast here at Pallekelle. It's not as hot as it was when we got here in the early part of the afternoon. Great conditions for running rugby, but at the moment on the field it's a pressure cooker.
You were going sideways.
It's a pressure cooker indeed, Shanak, and there'll be lots of messages, not just the water bottles that come out, messages from the coaching staffs, from both teams as well. There you go. Coach Fazil Marija laying the law down and trying to get the message across to the boys in the middle. Trinity bench will be eagerly waiting to go, but the 15 that have started haven't really started too well for Trinity.
12 points to nil. They'll need to get some points on the board just to settle their nerves. Nil doesn't read well at all when you're at home. And Royal have already scored as many points as they scored the last time they were here in the league encounter.
Your Royal College showcasing what momentum can do, isn't it? The last 3 games they've played, they've been fabulous. They've started believing that they can boss this encounter, and they're currently bossing it in great fashion. 20 minutes on our clock as Royal goes to their number 4, setting it up.
Senuja Ranasinghe taking that ball in the middle of the line out. Lisa Spathirana dragging 2 players with him, all on his own. The ball is well behind him though as Yuan Patirana runs into the 22. Here's Nakib. Stay strong on his feet.
Run!
Shifted on to Yoshita Situmina. Nasir Hanifa. Royal inside their 22, and as soon as they pass that white line, their forwards get just that little bit of added impetus.
Straight off your feet, number 5.
And again, straight over the top. Ill-discipline from Royal.
Feed up there by the Royal player who is going out unnecessary because they were getting some headway. Trinity's French defense have been found wanting this game. They need to make sure that they marshal that guard dog better.
Lovely touch finder by Abdul Malik. Let's watch this one here. Intisam Nazir getting out of the way.
Number 3, stand your feet.
But there was someone flying into that ruck. Over there, I think it was Nazir Hanifa who went straight to ground.
Gets up immediately. Yeah, but he's already sealed the ball off first. He must roll away. Okay, he's taking the contest away. Okay.
Another chance. Trinity have lost confidence in their line out with Anvijay Kun. Has to juggle. It's inaccurate from Trinity. First carry for Shran Satish Kumar. It's taken some time. Altaf.
Okay, Yuan.
With the big carry on. Coming in nicely was Yuan Patirana. Played fullback all season. And Yuan Patirana went down in a heap there. Did he get caught on his head?
Yeah, this is going to be for an interesting one, Yuan Patirana. It looked like he went to sleep momentarily. This is going to be cause of concern for the Royalists. Here's what happened. Another look at that. Was this tackle? That was on the shoulder.
Come off. Just have a look at this.
Referee now showing it and referring it to the TMO. They'll want to have a look. Satish Kumar's entry point to that tackle and also the impact will be what that will be checked.
I think that was well refereed. He's just called a shoulder charge. Just a penalty, nothing more. I think Yuan Patirana may have just managed to win a penalty for his team.
Shran Satish Kumar at that time, what saved him was the fact that he went in low, and Patirana this time not managing to make sure that he finds touch Malik with the reply.
Savista Fernando collects that dangerous kick right into midfield. Altaf going back and making sure he calls the mark just to slow the game down a little bit. Almost poetic justice, that touch kick not finding touch.
You must call louder in front of
Dinuka
the band. I
Pereira,
can't hear you.
the player that was yellow carded, is back on the pitch. So Royal back to their full complement of players. Shan Altaf looking to slow the game down and get his forwards back. Trinity really need to start to get the ball rolling, Shanaka, because it's been 23 minutes so far and has been all Royal.
Yeah, it sure has been all Royal. And the loud spells of ROYL around Pallekelle as Trinity faithful
Open up, Royal.
have been under pressure.
Open.
Well, the Trinity crowds now looking a little bit more anxious than they were before kickoff. That one is fairly crooked as well, so referee Jacko Brower being consistent there, which is the only thing the teams will expect. There's a Trinity stand, also looking a little glum.
Yet again, that time I think Trinity was very lucky because Hamza Abdin at that point was halfway through to the Royal line. They need to be careful of that because they've been called at it. Chavis de Silva having a lot to say to the Trinity Locks.
Let's go. Crouch! Stand up first. You guys have come forward, okay? Wait for the call. Blocks in. Let's go. Blocks in. Crouch! Bye!
Well, that's a couple of resets now. Referee Jacko Brower being very patient with both front rows.
Okay, you want to be ear to ear as he's going down, okay?
Lushita Situbina is a beast of a prop, isn't it, in that tight head position. A big lad, can get around the park as well.
Set! Get it in, let's go.
Yes, ball at the back for Satish Kumar, who picks it up. Trinity looking to go wide. Mansi to Malik. Malik shows and goes. Malik has the line in front of him, and Malik well touched on for Trinity's first score. The wraparound from Shan Altaf that has been working for the Lions, coming back to get their first score. And Abdul Malik had a brilliant walk to the park. Amana Bank try for Trinity College.
Abdul Malik. It was a Trinity line that we're used to seeing wrapping around from Shan Altaf. Lovely little ball away there. And Abdul Malik, just a little bit of a show to Yuan Patirana and had enough gas to get over the line. And his uncle, who captained 11 years ago, will be very happy to see his nephew getting over for the first score at Pallekelle.
Altaf's kick. Once again, not good contact off the tee for Shan Altaf. It will remain 12 points to 5. But Trinity now looking like the Trinity we know with that phase of play, but they really need to keep continuing that. That's that try once again. Good work from Ammar Manzil. They knew when to get rid of the ball and give it out, and then show and go from Abdul Malik. And that's a replay that he'll savor for the rest of his life.
Yeah, the Royal defenders knew that Yadhege was on the outside, but Malik had the other ideas.
Really lovely dummy, one of the old school ones, isn't it, Sudarshana?
Brilliant to see Coach Marija having an eager look.
Dropped by Mirula Yadhege. Visas Patirana makes sure the Trinity top scorer knows exactly what he thought of that.
We don't need to do this.
This is where pressure comes into play. 5 points left on the park by Shan Altaf. 1 penalty, 1 conversion. And now
Let's go, come Hookers.
It was a clear case of zero communication from the two lads, and you can't blame them. Even if they had called for that ball, I'm sure none of them heard it because it's super loud here at Pallekelle. Royal now with an opportunity to hit back and hit back fast. They'll be delighted to go into Lemons with a 10-point lead.
Disas Patrana goes backwards, now goes forwards. Smashes into a tackle, but Sadish Veeravansan meets him and meets him strongly. Nasir Hanifa. Situmina driving Royal into the 22. It won't be pretty from Royal, but 6 minutes to go to half time. They won't mind.
Offside advantage.
Again, Onija Korituaku. It's charged down, but Yuan Patrana knew the penalty was coming and will milk the points.
No. Calm down.
Trinity a bit too eager there off that ruck. It looked like the ball squirted out for a second. That made Trinity pounce up in defence. They've given a penalty away to Royal and they'll take the 3. And they'll be happy with their performance, Shanak, in the first half. They've got 2 tries, and with this conversion as well, if it does go through, it'll be 15 points to 5. And I'm pretty sure they'll be greeted by a huge smile by coach Dushant Leuke when they go into the sheds.
Well, I don't know about a huge smile, Abid, because Dushant Leuke is not one for big smiles during, certainly not before games, maybe after if he gets the results he wants. But let's wait and see how that one works, as Royal have done the job, gotten a 10-point lead from Simax, the boot of Simax Shafiq.
Yeah, this is what Royal were looking for, a 10-point lead. They will be comfortable going into half-time with that. Trinity, on the other hand, and need to hustle. And hustle they will have to do. They will have to make sure that they catch up at least one score. Interesting thing about the Bradby is the fact that despite you not wanting to think too far ahead, you will always have the second leg at the back of your minds.
No contact.
Crowd wanted a penalty. Referee wasn't buying it. Here's Savissa. Hands it back to Simak Shafiq. Shrayan Satish Kumar
Number 4 offside.
flies up, but number 4 Jayasena was offside there. And there's been some ill discipline from Trinity, which has handed this 10-point lead to Royal.
Well, way too many penalties, isn't it? That's something that they were guilty of the last time they played Royal here at Pallekelle as well, in the league fixture. And Royal have done well to capitalise on the mistakes of Trinity as well. There you go, that's where Evin Jaisen, who just saw on the left-hand side of your screen, just trying to charge down Simak Shafiq. Caught himself a bit too weak, and Royal have the put into a line out right on the 50.
Royal getting another lifeline from the lack of discipline. Evin Jasena trying to win that ball back, but unfortunately for him it goes forward.
Having a good smile as well. There was a hand, there you go. Jayasena not managing to tap it fully.
Get it down for me, get it in, okay? Unnecessary, okay?
Head in the hands from Fazil.
Half back, let's go. Let's go. We're waiting for you. Every scrum, we need to come quicker. Crouch!
Well, it hasn't been the kicking game that we expected, isn't it, Shanagar? It's just been brute force from Royal when they've got the ball. Here's another one. Another set piece for them. Here's Yuan Patirana. Jayasuriya swings it across for his captain Amika Samarasinghe. Looks to show the hand to Minule Attehige.
Did really well to stay in the field of play. Outstanding work. And Nakib barges straight up the middle. Quick ball for Savista, but it goes to Imtisal Nazir. Nicely done that time by Manusha Silva.
Play the knock on.
Trinity's defense, which was its hallmark, it's been kicked forward, and Usman Shafraz will chase Yuan Patirana. The two skippers colliding, and that's another high shot from Shafraz, and Yuan Patirana has been putting his neck quite literally on the line.
Yeah, Usman Shafraz trying to make use of the counter, put in a little link and a Versin chase, but the swinging arm from him giving possession away to Royal, and this is not what the doctor ordered for the Trinitians, as we see long faces of the invitees from Trinity College having a very keen look at the proceedings.
We've got 20 seconds of play left.
Here
We've got
it
20
is.
seconds of play left.
Usman Shafraz going for the big hit, and Yuan Patirana ducking at the last moment into that arm. Just a penalty though. Last minute change of body height, but
It looks like he's slipped up. Yeah, like he's gone up. Okay, happy with that, yeah.
thought Shafraz would have done well to keep that ball in hand. Haven't really managed to get Sadish Veerawangsa into the game.
Come on.
Yuan Patirana has recovered sufficiently for Mohammad Simak.
Last play for the line.
The NDB Bank win predictor 56% to the Tuskers, and the home team lagging behind 44%, and rightly so, because you look at the scoreline, 5 points to 15 as a referee blows the short whistle signaling half-time.
Well, that's a 10-point gap at half-time. Nobody really expected this, but it has been a fabulous performance from Royal, aided by Trinity shooting themselves in the foot with the machine gun. But this Royal set of forwards has been banging away, and some brave defense from Royal's back three, and some incisive running from the two wingers as well. Shrayan Satish Kumar will want to make his presence felt in the second half for the home team, but for the moment it's been all the visitors.
Ten-point buffer going into Lemons. 15 points to 5. Royal College have the lead going into the half and going into the sheds. There'll be a lot of messages from the coaching staffs. We've got a lot more coming on the other side as well. And Trinity will look to try and do one better when they come back in the second half. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, shall we have a ramen? Yeah? Yes, now you can have Korean ramen anytime, anywhere. With newly introduced Maliban Snackers Korean Ramen Savory Biscuit. Grab a pack for just 550 rupees and get that spicy Korean ramen sensation while watching this match.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Some bonds last a lifetime. Nippon Cement.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
Saratama enjoy karanga party ekata go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
The road is yours.
German-engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
That was summer refreshment, the train ekata go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth ekata go ekak. Are you okay?
Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Superbond for tiling. Tokyo Superbond. Do it right the first time.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
At ESU, every class, every opportunity unlocks a new version of yourself. Welcome to the Infinite You. Welcome to ESU.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් නැති දවටනේ නියමවිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක්ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
There is a rhythm to island life, where a walk is a dance, where there is work-life flexibility, where fun is serious, and where songs rise out of the sea. The unique and amazing facets of island living inspire us.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
At ESU, every class, every opportunity unlocks a new version of yourself. Welcome to the Infinite You. Welcome to ESU.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
The road is yours.
German-engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් නැති දවටනේ නියමවිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක්ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත චමරි
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ හිතටත් නිදහස්
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
At ESU, every class, every opportunity unlocks a new version of yourself. Welcome to the Infinite You. Welcome to ESU.
දවසම fresh වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Ah, boss, I got you some homemade milk toffee. Shall I bring it now? You know, no matter what others say, you are really important to us. I have never seen anyone care about the company as much as you do.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
The road is yours.
German-engineered tyres for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් නැති දවටනේ නියම විල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Welcome back to live coverage of this 79th first leg of the Bradby Shield encounter. Live from the Pallekelle Stadium. What a first half it's been. Trinity kicking off and Royal opening the scoring. Early knock on. Trinity couldn't make it count. And some really nice long passes, especially this one from Papare to center. And then diving over was Amika Samarasinghe getting the captain's try and leading his team to what was an important lead. And this is Papare. When Trinity's defense just didn't manage to get their act together, bursting over for a try. So Royal's big players have come to the party. Shan Altaf looping around. Lovely ball from Manzil here and Abdul Malik with the dummy for the ages. Dived over for Trinity's first and only score. 5 points is what they have. And again, Royal with the last minute penalty in that first half, taking the lead up to 10 points. A comfortable lead which they will look to build on, but all to do for Trinity when they get back, Sudarshana.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one for Royal College. They've gotten that lead. They've won the first 35. Now it's a matter of putting in a big performance and winning that second 35 and taking this one home. Trinity needs to make sure that they put in a bigger shift. They seemed like they were a little nervous on the field in this opening exchanges, Shanika. They need to shake it off. There'll be a lot of talking done inside the dressing room, and they will need to make sure that they come out focused and wanting to play the game at the pace that they want to play the game at.
Well, it's not what we expected in terms of everything, isn't it, gents? It hasn't been the tactical kicking game that we thought it would be. There hasn't been those huge up and unders from both teams. It has been just brute force from Royal and always taking route one, but knowing when to put that pass out to the wing three quarters to run from both teams, for that matter, to score both tries. The first one from Royal where Amika Samarasinghe scored, and the try from Abdul Malik as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the two teams come off in the second half, and what tactics and what approaches they take to this game.
Well, the tactical talks will be very interesting in the dressing rooms. Royal don't have to do too much different. Getting some nice width on the ball from Yuan Patirana, and him being in that number 10 jersey is making a little bit of a difference for Royal because he's getting the ball out wide quickly. Amika Samarasinghe and Didula Jayasuriya have obliged, but for Trinity it's a case of just tripping over their own shoelaces and giving away too many penalties. Fasil Marija would have had a say. Let's see how these two teams come out in what could be an all-important second half.
Both teams making their way out to the middle. They'll be fired up. It'll be Royals' turn to kick things off. And Trinity, being the first recipient of ball, will want to make sure that they hold on to possession, which they haven't been able to do. When they build a couple of phases, they look like a very dangerous side. Simak Shafiq wearing the number 10 shirt, but playing in the centres. Hasn't had to do too much work because Yuan Patirana has been pulling all the strings. Like you mentioned, Chanaka, Idris Farouk's absence is hardly felt on the field, but he could have added so much more.
Captain, you good? Captain.
And also the yellow card that Royal had in the first half. Dinuka Pereira going to the bin. Trinity completely unable to capitalize during that period. And that's unlike the champion side that they were in the league. So the pressure of the big occasion is something that has got to them. This time, Minula Yabdehige makes sure he collects the ball and collects it safely.
Don't obstruct, don't obstruct. Well done, well played.
And this time, Yuan Patirana makes his first mistake of the game.
Yeah, is that the momentum shift that Trinity were looking for? You got to be very careful, to be focused. Yuan Patirana did not expect that ball to come to him.
It's also very difficult to judge the wind here at Pallekelle as well. That's that clearing kick from Shan Altaf. Rocketed it down around 70 meters on that kick from Altaf, but trying to catch it like a tennis ball there, Yuan Patirana. Really needs to shake that one off if Royal are to make something of this game.
Plenty on that ball from Shan Altaf. Just banged it straight down the middle. Didn't try to go in for any kind of technique. Nice blind side for Shrant Kumar if he chooses to use it. But they come back to the open side. Altaf. Oh, and that's a forward pass. Again, just overcomplicating things, Trinity. They've obviously had a rehearsed move that they've planned for that particular occasion, but just the execution letting them down.
Making good decisions on the field when you have ball in hand. Yes, you may be going for a planned move as we take a look at this. But the flankers, that time, rushing on to the ball. And the ball to Malik from Usman went forward. So no harm done for Royal, despite spilling it cheaply. Now opportunity to try and get into the opposition half.
Hold ya.
Simak. Nicely taken by Malik.
Okay, hold to it. Okay, everybody's on.
Simak again. Here's the Patirana. Dragged down by two of the back three. Jayasena gets into counter-ruck. And Trinity's line speed seems to have found a bit of urgency. Altaf puts the big fend in, but three Royal defenders triangulating in on him.
Backwards!
Backwards is the call from referee Chaco Brower. Jayasena is dragged down by Aman Altaf.
Backwards!
Again backwards. Trinity have lost ground.
Release.
Royal choosing not to counter-ruck that time, but a lovely burst from Manusha Silva. Lovely pass off the floor as well. Hands in the ruck, says the referee, and that's the best passage of play Trinity have had all game.
Interesting why Usman Safras that time decided to slow down because Royal were retreating still. It could have been a good one to take quickly for Trinity College as Abdul Malik duly complies and brings Trinity just outside 5 meters. Lovely run from Achinta Jayasena. Managed to offload to the other Jayasena, Evan. And here, no hands was the call. He was coming in from the sides. So opportunity now for Trinity, just outside 5 meters of the Royal 5.
Taken by Jayasena. The maul is good. And this time Shrine Satish Kumar gets his hands on it.
Hands out!
The maul fell apart pretty quickly, but here goes Manusha Silva. Trinity's answer to Yoshita Suzumina is Manusha. They need to see the ball in his hands a little bit more often.
Playing advantage, offside. You got to go last man's feet.
Yoshita Suzumina caught offside there. Last feet is the call of the referee. They're playing penalty advantage and the referee will blow it up. Udan Vijay takes it quickly. Usman Shafras dances through one tackle into the 5 meters. Achinta Jayasena this time. Straight up the fringe goes Manusha. Here's the other prop. Loose head and tight head.
Trinity backs are cooking.
Jacko has called it again. It's offside and nice little show of hands.
There was advantage being played for Trinity College referee. Having a word now with the captain.
Captain, Amiga! Time's off. There's flood. Captain, 2 penalties for the guys offsides around the fringes. They've got to go back, otherwise we're going to have to... Oh, there's a few people. Okay, on the edges. We don't want to go to the pocket here. Okay.
Well, Amik asked him for numbers. He was going to do the referee's job. Try and give them a shove up and tell them, listen lads, we're giving penalties one after the other.
Time on. Offside.
Trinity need to be patient here. They've got to the opposition half. They've got to the 5 meter. They really do need to make this count. The first maul went forward a bit, Shanaka. This one they look to try and get it driving a bit more. This time they have a line out a bit further up. This is that move that the Trinity backs were trying to do. Little wraparound. Maybe Udan Vijay could have sniped through that gap.
Just a little knock on in there, which is why the referee couldn't play advantage.
Time on.
The momentum since half-time has certainly been with Trinity. Jayasena at the front.
Some more! Side more!
Jayasena still going. It's at the back with Abdin. Abdin, can he get it down?
Roll,
no, he can't.
Roll!
It's over the line. It's laid back. Oh, that's good work from Royals defender. Senuja Ranasinghe has done brilliantly there.
Absolute terrific work. Trinity Mall was creating trouble, and that time they needed to be patient. They were a little too overeager. They saw the line, wanting to go through.
Time off. Captain call. What do you want to check? Give me a second. I think we kept the try before the try before the last test. Yeah. You think you scored before that? Time's off. TMO call.
This is an interesting one. Usman Safras has gone over and told the referee, Hamza Abdin thinks he scored. Can you please check it?
I think they scored when we saw them as short. So if we can see a grounding then on the line, then it would be a try, which is points for them.
Well, the captain's challenge was tried in Super Rugby. Sure, it's part of the playing conditions here, but Doesn't matter because the referee is having a look.
He's short. And he just rolls over. So they've got to pick up and go again, and that's when they were held up. Okay, from that view he was short.
That's
Can we
short
maybe just
for
see it
me.
from the other side?
So that's not going to show us a grounding. Yoshita Sitamina almost taking out his second row partner, Methaka Vikramaratne there. This angle won't show us much either. It's probably the first camera angle.
We can't see it there. No. Okay, I'm happy with that. You continue, no problem. You were short. Yeah, if you look here, he's short. Look there.
That slip is
Clearly short.
short for me.
Time on. Goal line dropout.
Goal line dropout in favor of Royal College, who will be very much relieved that they haven't conceded.
No, you're good.
Didula Jayasuriya started off with the head strap, has lost it in the proceedings.
Safraz goes off on a run, but straight over the ball. Beautiful work there from Nakib.
Well, Trinity just looked very complacent with ball in hand. Generally, they would have so many options running around. They would have the loops going around. They would have had Shan Altaf drop back for the drop kick as well. But as soon as the ball came into the hands of the Trinity captain, he just seemed clueless. He had no support around. And Trinity do well, but Royal haven't done well enough to put it out into touch.
Beautifully taken by Shan Altaf, who managed to stay in the field of play. Really good proprioception from the young fullback. Royals' umbrella defense up really quickly, making sure that they don't allow the wraparound that Trinity have used to such good effect. Sadisha. Good ruck speed from Trinity and Shrine Satish Kumar.
Release in tackler, release in tackler!
Vikramaratne asked to leave it, and here's Usman Safraz, lovely ball over the top. Hamza Abdin smashed in a tackle by Aman Altaf. Here they are through
Release in
Jayasena.
tacklers!
Here's some numbers now for Trinity. Usman Safraz and Ishara Hiran. Looks like he knows that he might be going to the bin. But there's some numbers still going. Big tackle once again by Senuja. He's done some superb defensive work to keep Royal in this game.
Come off.
Referee will have to take a look at that because that was a swinging arm making contact directly on the neck. Trinity skipper. If that was a clothesline tackle.
Third, which is a problem for me. Okay. Should we have a look at it? And
only one hand.
only one arm out. Okay. Timo, we just want to see this tackle. Did he go in with a stiff arm or not?
Referee Shankar, assistant referee Shankar Bekun, alerting referee Brow to the fact that there was just one arm in that. The tackle laws require defensive players to try and wrap both arms around. Let's have a look.
He's gone straight on the neck. I'm going to go yellow card. Yellow card penalty. Have you got a number? What's the number? Number 13. He tried to go low and then they dipped into it, but the contact card fence.
Hiran is done well to try and go low. But Usman Shapraz has dipped his height as well, but still dangerous because it's just a one arm.
Just brilliant clear decision making by the three referees who got it up.
Going with a yellow card, okay?
And what is saving Royal from being reduced to 14 men permanently is the fact that Hiran tried to dip, tried to go low. But Trinity really need to make most of this.
A big moment in this game, isn't it? Royal once again down a man. And will Trinity be able to get some points off it? And in the first extent, they've not done well to put it into touch.
They still need to be able to find touch.
Hold! Hold! Okay, you on!
Everyone's onside and Simak Shafiq fortunately knocks this ball on. Again a miscommunication, and Trinity have an opportunity now where they shouldn't have.
Yeah, Trinity will be breathing a little easier. Not finding touch, West Cardinal. But there they have another opportunity. First phase ball, Trinity have looked dangerous throughout the season. What they will want to do is try and make use of that extra man that they have on the field. Oh, interesting that, because it came off the back of Didula Jayasuriya and Simak Shafiq was in front of him. Could have been a penalty. Should have been a penalty.
Satish Kumar, slow work from Trinity. Senuja Vikramaratne really shuts the space down nicely, and here's Manzil. Oh, beautiful tackle from Amika Samarasinghe. Beautiful defense. And the hallmark of Trinity's season has been their defense, but Royal have been better in that department today.
The skipper got the first Samana try of the game and doing wonderfully well. There was a threatening move by Trinity College, and Manzil looked like he was going to go all the way. But take a look at Samarasinghe. Top stuff by Samarasinghe.
But numerically, Royal were down a man as well. And also Trinity put their scrum off into the line. So that is absolutely fantastic work rate from Amika Samarasinghe to track down Ammar Manzil and put the tackle in.
Yeah, interesting point you make, Abid, because I don't think Trinity needed to do that, because what they did was crowd the entire side by overloading it. They knew they had a man advantage. They have to back themselves to execute effectively. Does well to kick this one right into the stands.
I agree, Shanika, because of the previous scrum, it would have been ideal for Shry and Satish Kumar to break from that, try and suck in the Royal third row, and then recycle afterwards. But Trinity trying to score off first phase, cramping space in the corner.
I have to say, Senuja Ranasinghe has been outstanding and brilliantly stolen at the front by Royal again. Nasir inside the 22, so they can kick this one out on the full. Yoshita Situmina. In fact, they can't because it's been taken back. But because there was a ruck inside the 22, that time they can punch it straight into touch.
But Royal wouldn't mind this, isn't it? They're sucking up time on the clock for Isha and Hiran to come back in. But lineouts once again, Trinity have been found wanting, and that's not the only department that hasn't worked for them. They need to sort their line out, and they really need to sort out their game plan as well.
Interesting words from the referee saying, everybody's shouting at me, tell them to stop. That's something that Sri Lankan players need to get better at, not appealing like cricketers. Satish Kumar, beautiful tackle once again by Amika Samarasinghe. The captain has really played a hand today. Manusha Silva, another swinging arm, but not a dangerous one. Sadisha Veeramangsa.
No hands now.
Disas Patrana does really well to slow that ball down. Nice inside ball. Usman Safras just can't get it away. Abdi.
It's off a blue hand.
Here it is for Satish Kumar again. Here's Altaf. Lovely pass that time
Roll!
to Manzil.
Release.
It's slow ball for Trinity. They've got numbers. Jayasena sneaks through the middle. Nisit Kumarasinghe, we haven't really seen him come into the game.
No hands now, hands out.
Closing the space quickly was Trinity that time. Here's Kumarasinghe, the player of the season. Manages to make it available. They need their big players to step up, Trinity. Altaf and Nisit Kumarasinghe and Minuli Adeghe haven't really done the job yet. Jayasena on the 5-meter line. Pick and go. Got to change direction now and run away from Yoshita Situmina if they can.
No hands in there. Hands out.
And the penalty is coming again. Will Royal lose another player? Not yet. They don't. Udan Vichekun takes it quickly.
There we've got the knock on.
And it's been knocked forward. Trinity have done it again. Self-combusted with the try-line staring. And the Royal crowd knows better than to laugh, but they will crack a wry smile.
Trinity on self-destruction mode. All they needed to do was to be a little more,
Mark, you're bigger than me. You'll hurt me.
a little more calm and settle down. For Udan Vichekun, if they wanted to snipe through, there was a massive gap that was opening up. But Royal will be looking to try and get out of jail because too much rugby for their liking has been played inside that 22. Trinity currently winning the territorial battle in the second half, although they have nothing to show for it.
20 minutes. Almost 20 minutes gone in this half. Trinity have been camped up on the correct side of the field, but they haven't got the points to show.
Okay, hold forwards, hold.
Shafiq bumps it into touch, doesn't get too many meters. And once again, Trinity have an opportunity, Shanaka. They need to be patient here.
They're just rushing things, aren't they? They've got this favourites tag. They're the league title holders, and they know that this is expected of them. And that's what they've got to shelve.
Give them the
They've
numbers.
got to go out and play it as another rugby match.
5 in the line.
It's the first time I've
Yeah,
seen
let them
Fazil
come.
Marija
Let
having
them
a
come.
frown all the way through the warm-ups, straight the way through. I haven't seen him crack a smile yet. Somebody who likes to enjoy these games.
Okay.
Dushant Leuke giving the instructions to his replacement.
It's good. That's a more.
Jayasena does well at the back of the drive. Visas Patrana just trying to disrupt and doing so well.
You're going sideways.
Use it is the call. Udan Vichekun does exactly that. Usman Safras, the skipper, trying to spark something. Jayasena, Royals defense in close has been superb. Simak Shafiq with that tackle on the big man. Trinity opting for these same tactics, the one-out runners and the pick and goes.
Thank you. Time off. You're coming towards the player. We got to protect him. Just move away for us.
Player down, so referee will stop the game for Aman Altaf to be attended to.
Trinity's forwards and the pick and go around the fringes has been a little one-dimensional, like Abid mentioned. If they can get a little more width of the forwards, it'll be of very good notion to them. Samara Singh has been absolutely brilliant, hasn't he? For Royal College, leading from the front. Now Trinity really need to go back with some points from here.
But Royals' defense has really been up there. They've shut out all possible options for Trinity. And if you think Trinity don't have the options, there's just one reason for it, and it's because Royals defense has always shut those options.
Surprised players at the caliber of Shan Altaf haven't been able to find a way around that. Royals' umbrella defense is coming up very quickly, but there's a little bit of space over the top of that, or maybe through that defense for a little grubber for someone to run onto. Aman Altaf is a man who puts his body on the line every time he plays, every time he puts on that jumper. He'll be wanting to make amends for last year.
Coach Dushant Levke having a very close eye on the proceedings through the live broadcast. There may be something that he'll be able to pick up with all the cameras that are around that he's not able to see from his naked eyes from the sideline.
But going back to that conversation about Royals defense, gents, there's another thing that Royal have done very well is that they've kept one win 3/4 out wide as well. So they've shut out the option of the cross kick as well. And the last time these two teams met, there were 2 tries scored by Minula Yattehige, the Shan Minula combination. Scored 2 cross kick tries. But Trinity need to calm things down, and they've got a scrum, and still they have the extra man.
Calm down with the screaming at me. Play the game, okay? We're not calm down at yelling at me, offsides or whatever else, and then play the game. Okay? We've got it covered. We play advantage, okay?
And if the coach doesn't give the message of calming down, the referee is giving it to them, and that's exactly what they need to do, isn't it? They need to calm things down.
In their opposition, they come in early. They come in early.
Okay. We'll have a look for that. Okay.
Well,
come on.
The faithful custodian of Pallekelle, Raja, very proudly dressing up and being right at the edge of the bench, wanting to make sure that he has a very keen eye on the field that he has tended to all year, with the able support of the Director of Sports, Mr. Gihan Samarasekara, who's done a lot to make sure that the Pallekelle looks lush and green for this big occasion and also for the entire season.
So after that long stoppage, Trinity have the feed. Aman Altaf with his newly bandaged head. Pass to no one from Altaf, but rescued by Manzil.
Can I play advantage?
Stepping through his
penalty
Manusha. Again, real desperate fight at the breakdown from Royal. They're not letting any ball come through to Trinity easily. Here's a little bit of space opening out now. Long ball over the top, and oh, he leaves it behind. It has not been Minula Yattahige's day today.
Well, can't really fault Minula Yattehige because the service to him has been absolutely terrible. But to Trinity's relief, there is a penalty that's coming.
In the face. So, recommendation. Shall we check it?
Seems like referee Shankar said there was a punch on the player.
For a punch from
Well, as soon as that happened, I saw Shan Altaf requesting for a penalty.
There is a punch on his face by a Royal player.
trouble for the
You can see that. You can see that after the tackle, there is a punch on his face. Yeah.
It's an open and it's a yellow card. Yeah. Captain 15.
Well. Johan Patrina, who steered his ship so well all this time. Just
15.
a moment
15.
of blood to the head.
Number 15.
Johan Patrina is going to the bin for a really crucial portion of the game.
Absolutely.
What
3
a
yellow
safety
cards.
that it was open hand and not a punch. To the face. We're not having it.
3 yellow cards. Still Royal with the advantage. They've really played out their screens. Take a look at the scorecard. 5 points to 15. And if Royal can close this one and win this, it'll be absolutely brilliant for them because they've effectively played 30 minutes with just 14 men.
And also it's a part of the field that Trinity have played, isn't it? They've been camped on this end, but they've not been able to do anything at all. Johan Patrina showed the yellow card. 3 Royal players and 3 backs, mind you. So imagine the work rate that the backs have had to put in.
It just goes to show the work rate of the rest of the players, isn't it? 30 minutes of this game, well, at least 20 minutes up to now, they've played without a man. But somehow they've managed to keep Trinity out. Again, it's a crooked throw.
Captain.
Trinity are keeping on, taking that pistol out and using it on themselves.
It couldn't have been more crooked. They might as well just passed it to the Vijayko nor Sean Altaf. There was no contest. So all he had to do was to make sure that it looks okay. But Oniziko Tuaku really struggling with confidence and not hitting the mark. This is detrimental to Trinity's chances of making a comeback here as the time slowly but surely is going away.
The Royal crowd very, very clearly overpowering the home crowd. The Trinity schoolboys in their stands, muffled by the performance of their team at the moment. Simak Shafiq does well to get it as far down as possible, but there's space now on the outside. Sean Altaf needs support. Jayasena has carried well today. Here it is for Nisit Kumar Singh, a long ball over the top, but it's forward.
Clear case of trying to do a little too much every time they have ball in hand, Chanaka. Very unfortunate for Trinity because they're not doing these little things right. As you can see, the frustration of their head coach. Take a look at that. Who did he pass that to? We'll have to find out. It looked like it was aimed at the stands.
Well, the reason why he had to go for that pass once again is because of the defense of Royal. They're shooting up on the options that they have. Simak Shafiq on that occasion. So the only option that, or he had 2 options, Nisit Kumar Singh there. One was to float the ball out, or it was to go into contact, and he took the wrong option there.
Yes, they just have been completely foxed by Trinity Royal's line speed. You have to take your hat off to Coach Dushant Leuke for the preparation he's done. The patterns that Trinity run in their backline that have been so dangerous all season long, and he's managed to find a defensive pattern that shuts it down, and Trinity have just not been able to respond. Oh, it's allowed it to bounce. Now it's anybody's ball.
Double knock on.
It's been knocked forward by both teams, but the first one by Trinity.
Sean Altaf having a stinker. Nothing going his way. It was a stray arm. If it was let to bounce, there Trinity was at the danger of it turning out to be a penalty because there were players in front of Altaf. Opportunity for Royal to really put this game to bed.
Set.
Simak Shafiq.
Hold, all of you.
Big kick, putting Altaf under pressure. Hasn't responded to that pressure particularly well today, so they will keep doing it. Here's the new man, Tevin Udumbara. Oh, it's been knocked forward again.
It's actually a forward
and you
pass.
can see, I think, the situation, if you'll permit me to use it, Sudarshana, at the moment, Trinity's Mandale is properly kachal.
There is no better way to put it. That could have been a penalty as well, isn't it? Udan Vijay was coming back. And Mandale kachal for sure for Trinity. But Royals Mandale has really come to the party here.
I think Coach Fasil Marija will look to make the change. Seems like the halfback combination hasn't worked at all today. They will need to make sure that they... This time it was...
You can't do that.
This time it's a penalty. Putting his foot in before the ball came in.
Well, Trinity have got a reprieve. If they can get a goal and maybe get within 3 points, I think they will definitely take that. But it has been a performance where the big players have just not come to the party. Shan Altaf, Nishit Kumarathinga, Udan Vijay, all these Minula Yadhahige, they've all gone missing a bit.
The one lad who has really put his hand up for Trinity College has been Achinta Jayasena in that number 3 jersey, who has been absolutely brilliant. Onija Kurutuaku normally very secure with his line out throws, haven't been able to hit the ranks plenty of time. Now needs to make sure that he hits this one. And Trinity be patient in their build up to the try. They've tried to slow it down, which is playing into the hands of the Royalists. Royal want to slow it down, want to make sure that they keep it under wraps. This time Onija finding the man.
Satish Kumar. Shafiq makes the tackle. But Royals' line speed again is superb. Flying up in centre field. Trinity having no answers. Sadisha Veeravangsa dragged down behind the gain line again.
Nice line. Ball's available. Use it.
Vijay Kun. Oh, and it's another pass to no one.
Forward pass.
He's lucky the referee blew that one up.
Well, he was gone for all money if he collected that ball. Once again, Trinity haven't been able to do anything, and once again it's Royals' defense. And you can see the forwards also jogging back in that previous phase where Sadisha Veeravansa was hammered there. And the win predictor powered by NDB slowly but surely going towards the Royalists.
Well, I'm surprised that it's only 40-60. It surely looks like it's 80-20, especially at the way that Trinity is currently playing. Royal College have come to party here at Pallekelle. They're putting in a massive shift. Will Trinity be able to try and get some momentum? We will have to wait and see, because it has been all gold and blue here at Pallekelle.
It's been a change at halfback. Savista Fernando is relieved of his duties. And again, Shan Altaf.
Rock, no hands!
We spoke before the kickoff, Abid, about how teams have not kicked to Trinity enough, and that they are beatable if you kick to them. And Simak Shafiq has kicked to Shan Altaf and really put him under a lot of pressure. Jayasuriya, one of the rare touches of the ball for him today, but he won't mind that because he's been given a job. Flying through was Jayasena on Nakib. And offside is the call. The crowd called it before the assistant did.
Play the ball on your feet.
Achinta Jayasena at that time, at number 3, putting that shift in 60 minutes into the game. It's inspiring, but didn't start his run behind the last hindmost foot, the offside line. Into the last 10 minutes of the game. Royal looking at a very famous victory. What is the league title if you don't have the Bradby Shield for either of these two schools? Trinity having to climb a mountain and looking like they will have to scale the tallest mountain they've scaled throughout this season.
Still a 10-point gap. What Trinity have to do is realize that in the next 8 minutes they've at least got to close the gap.
It's a 140-minute game, isn't it, Shanaka? They now need to think about the second leg as well and the Bradby Shield in its entirety. And it's very gloomy here at Pallekelle as well, and the lights have come on.
Nicely stolen there by Trinity, but again, it's static stuff from them. Holding on to that ball nicely in centre field, but Usman Safraz again not having the best day, and beautiful work by Dinuka. Now Royal with an injection of fresh legs at halfback. They want some ruck speed, they want it fast. This is Patirana. He'll be happy to smash this one up all day. Vidula Jayasuriya. Nice inside ball.
He's holding on.
Trinity winning a penalty.
No, he was fine.
Massive changes coming in for Trinity. Shrayan Satish Kumar, Shan Altaf, Udan Vijayakon all on the bench. Coach Marija has had enough. If your starters are not working, let's get the finishers to do something, because even if you're not going to win this game, Trinity will want to make sure that they are within a single point digit margin when they travel up to Colombo.
It will be a famous victory at Pallekelle if Royal pull this one off, and chances are that in the next few minutes, the way these teams have been playing, that certainly will be the case. It's been a dogged, pugilistic performance from these Royal forwards, and indeed their backline in defence. And that sums up Trinity's afternoon. The skipper picked up and dumped on his backside. That's the long ball that they've been trying to perfect. Got to do a little bit more work on that in the next fortnight, of course. Manusha Silva does well. Ball is out, and the new halfback manages to poach it. Vidula Jayasuriya popping up on the opposite wing, and that's a nice little kick. Beautifully spotted space. Oh, and he has no option but to take that one over the line. That's Maksid Shyam who's forced to touch it down. But for Royal, since coming on, Shahid Mohideen has been fantastic at halfback.
Oh, he's really been calling the shots for Royal since he's come on. And now Royal have come on to the other end of the pitch after 30 minutes of Trinity looking to pounce and looking to try to crack the Royal dam open. Royal now have come on to the other side of the pitch. There you go, that's that little nudge in from Shahid Mohideen. And I think the difference between these two teams has also been the fact that Royal has known when to kick and Trinity hasn't really done that, Shanaga.
The Royal stewards in absolute cacophony.
This is Patirana. Will be looking to add the second.
Rock, hands up! Release it!
Goes laterally, the number 8. And now they've got space. Now they've got confidence.
Get back, get back.
They're more dangerous within 5 meters than Trinity have been the whole game. An offside penalty. Trinity players on the floor where they are of no use to the defensive line.
Offside.
And after weathering the storm on their own goal line for almost the entirety of this second half, Royal might have not just 2 scores, but 3 scores in the pocket when they go down to Colombo.
Yeah, Royal College wanted to make sure that they increase the divide between the two teams. Trinity will have to be very, very disciplined in their defensive effort here.
Visas Patrana, who somehow rises like a phoenix in the last 10 minutes of the game. Mohideen Situmina close to the line, desperately close. Here he goes, there's Nazir. Disas Patirana will need no second invitation, just over, does it? No, he's not. The gap closed just in time.
George! Release him, Jackless, release him. Double movement.
Oh, they've managed to weather the storm this time. They've managed to keep that third score at bay.
Double movement, guys.
Double movement there from Royal College. If they really had that try, maybe the Bradby would have been sealed, isn't it? Going into Colombo and going into Jurassic Park with a 15-point buffer wouldn't have been at the back of their minds. They definitely would have wanted to win this game, but I doubt the Royalists would have even thought that they'd be able to have a 10-point buffer against the Tradians.
Well, you know, as the age-old saying goes, never say never when it comes to the Bradby. You can be the best team who have won the league. You could be unbeaten up until the Bradby. But here in the Bradby, you really need to make sure that you put your best foot forward as Trinity, looking to put in a last charge. We need to decide the player of the match as well, Shanaka. And in my opinion, we can't have anybody else other than the Royal skipper who has led the charge from the front.
Well, I think there have been some really good performances from Royal Sudarshana. Both flankers, Senuja Ranasinghe and Aman Altaf, have been absolutely brilliant in shutting off space. This man on your screen, Simak Shafiq, has kicked well, he's kicked accurately, and he's got Royal out of jail on many occasions. But just for the try that he scored early on to put Royal into a shock lead, and the way that he's come through and led this team, I think I absolutely agree with you. Amika Samarasinghe is our player of the match for the first leg.
And the way he's shut off the Trinity options, he's really been that defensive wing three-quarter that Royal have needed. Here goes Disas Patirana. Breaks past the first tackle and puts in an offload.
Dinuka, after his first half heroics, Royal will just want to kick this one into touch. But Yoshida Situmina thinks that no, we'll have another go. Aman Altaf, his first carry of the game. He's done so much work off the ball. Still going, Aman Altaf. Gosh, doesn't he deserve that run for the work that he's put in. Royal not giving this one up. They know that another try can seal it for them. And over the ball
Holding on.
goes the new man, Akira Yatawara.
If you kick it,
Amika Samarasinghe, the player of the match for the game, and honourable mention despite being on the losing side. I think I should go to Achinta Jayasena, who's put in a massive shit. He has been absolutely brilliant throughout the entirety of his stay on field as Trinity, looking to make sure that they keep continuing.
Sorry, what's that?
They don't want to finish this one just yet, but need to be privy of the fact that they might have to go to Colombo with a bigger deficit if they let Royal in, because Royal are not going to finish this game either.
We've got to go 60 meters and a bit to score. The light is fading, so are Trinity's chances of getting a score on the board. Manusha Silva hasn't had the ball in his hands often enough from a Trinity point of view. Oh, they've kicked it away. They've kicked the ball away, and Amika Samarasinghe, Ryuan Patirana rather, calmly nudges this one into touch. And that's the game. That's the first leg done and dusted. Royal have come to the lion's den and tamed the lion. Abdullah Yusuf will be watching this and he will be jubilant. The Royal faithful and only the die-hard fans have travelled because they knew they were not favourites, Sudarshana. The die-hard fans have got a game to remember.
Oh, the Royalists have been absolutely fabulous. They came with a mission and they've made sure they put their best foot forward in this 79th Bradby Shield. Aman Altaf was guilty of the offence committed in the last second of that second leg of the 78th Bradby Shield, where Sean Altaf got the 3 points, but that lad has redeemed himself here at Pallekelle at the same venue. Incredible work by Royal College. They strapped on to the momentum that they managed to achieve in the latter part of the league, and now they are in with a chance to really win this one at home. And what sweeter way than to hoist that Bradby Shield at the complex in front of the league champions.
Well, it has been all blue, gold and blue. They can be absolutely proud of that performance. Dushant Lauke and his Chargers, Amika Samarasinghe, NDP player of the match, and his Chargers, they've absolutely shut out Trinity in every aspect of the game. Be it defense, be it attack, Royal has just been a class above Trinity in this game. And if a neutral supporter or someone who didn't follow the Dialog Schools Rugby League just came and watched this game, and you were told that the league champions were playing this game, they would definitely think that Royal were the league champions, because they just played like absolute champions today.
Well, you can see the difference in the body language, and deservedly so. Trinity sitting in a circle, dejected. Royal celebrating. The teachers getting in on the act, shaking the hands of this Aspatrana, who had another brilliant game. He's just such a tyro at the back of that Royal scrum. And the kind of defensive effort that we saw today from Royal is one of the defensive efforts that you won't see very often.
And it's a victory for Royal here at Pallekelle after 2019. Finally, they've done it. It was Dulaib Hassan who won it in the 75th Bradby Shield encounter. It has taken 4 Bradby Shield encounters and a couple of league games for Royal to do it, and they've finally done it here at Pallekelle. And all they need to do is go to Colombo and close.
Well, I've seen Fazil Marija for the last 21 years in action, and I don't think I've ever seen him take a loss as hard as this one. Sudarshana, this has been difficult. He looked very stressed in the warm-ups as well, and somehow his team were just not able to be that relaxed, joyful team that they were, that won the league. But Royal really have put their hand up when it counted.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a funny thing, isn't it? When you won the league, can you try and continue that high for a couple of more weeks? And these are young men who are 16, 17, 18 years of age. And Royal, on the other hand, had absolutely nothing to lose. They came in the league. They surrendered their chances early in the piece, but coming into the latter part, they had one mission, that to make sure that they have a full cabinet of traditional trophies back home. They've secured 3, they need 1 more, and they've done all they possibly could to make sure that they keep it when it travels down from Kandy to Reed Avenue at Reed Avenue.
Well, I can tell you one man that is proud, and that is Idris Farooq. He'll be very sad that he can't play this encounter, because it means everything. Be it a Trinity, be it a Royalist, it is absolutely everything to play at a Bradby Shield encounter. And I really feel for you, young man. But you can be very proud of the team, and the team that you have vice-captained very well throughout the season. They have one hand on that Bradby Shield, and I really do hope you can come back for Royal College. And if they are to win it, you'll have both hands on the Bradby Shield.
When you're Warriors repping your college livery, you will not only play for yourself, but every teammate who are not able to be in the middle. And Royal today, for 30 minutes of that 70-minute game, they played for each other. They made sure, despite being 1 man down, they played out of their skin with 14 men to look like they had 18 men defending that defensive line. Royal's defense winning this game for them, and Trinity really need to shake off that disappointment against their last league opponents. They need to shake off the disappointment here in the first leg in order to make sure that they claw their way back and retain the shield.
Amika Samarasinghe with some final words for his Chargers before they go off into the sheds and have a lovely dinner and then an enjoyable bus ride back home. Not forgetting to say a thank you to whoever it is these players feel is above them. It is a wonderful sight to see that these players realize that there is something bigger than the game.
Royal did it with their attack in the first half. 15 points scored, Shanaka. And in that second half, no points scored by both teams. And the reason for that is Royal's defense. Trinity were camped in the opposite half, in the correct half of the field for them. But Royal's defense in the second half, Royal's attack in the first half, just extraordinary to watch.
It really was a defensive masterclass from Royal, and they also played in a manner that most teams did not play against Royal. Here are the stats. 15 points to 5 to Royal, a 10-point lead into the second leg, 106 tackles that they made against just 65 tackles made by Trinity. 14 penalties Trinity conceded as well. And look at the lineouts won. Royal won only 3 lineouts and still managed to do the job, but 13 handling errors. That's where everything went pear-shaped for Trinity College. 13 handling errors, that's 10 more handling errors. That's a point per handling error that they've got against their opponents Royal have, and that's a fantastic performance.
What a shift and what a performance from Royal College. 106 tackles made, almost double that Trinity had to make, and that tells you a story because that was the trademark and the pedestal Trinity built their success in the league. Royal College, on the other hand, have showcased that with perfect defenses, you can even beat the league champions. Amika Samarasinghe, Swiss Tech perfect player of the match for Royal College. And as we take a look at the key stats, Royal 2 tries, 1 conversion and the penalty to go with it, 15 points to 5, and Trinity will only look at the missed chances. As you mentioned, Chanaka, 13 unforced errors is going to be something that the coaches are going to have a very, very close look out on.
Well, I think they were probably forced errors, Sudarshan. That's what we don't see in the statistics. The fact that Royals pressure, the amount of line speed that they were putting on the ball, the amount of space that they were clogging up for Sean Althoff to do those trademark wraparounds that he used to do. All those forced the errors, the 13 handling errors that Royal, that Trinity had. So it was a superb performance in defense. The preparation of Coach Dusant Luke is really unparalleled. He's gone into all the moves that Trinity could probably run and decided this is the best way to defend them. This is the best way to defend this part of the attack and also keep a player out on the touchline to make sure the drop goal is taken out, the cross kick is taken out of the equation. It is really good coaching that has won them this game.
Absolutely remarkable, isn't it? And they stuck to the guns despite being one man down as well. To have that man marshalling the outside channel when you had 3 backs go into the sin bin. Terrific work. They played out of their skin. They absolutely deserved this victory. Royal College breaking the hoodoo and winning a game against the Trinitians at their home turf after 2019. They will want to make this one a habit, but for everybody who took the trouble to travel to Pallekelle, what a spectacle of brilliant tactical game management by Royal College.
It wasn't a pretty game to watch by any stretch of the imagination. Scoreless second half as well, but it was for the purists one of those heavyweight fights, the kind of Tyson versus Frazier kind of fights that we may have seen in the 60s. That's exactly what it was. One of those low-scoring one-day internationals. That's how this game panned out in the end as the crowd floods this wonderfully picturesque Pallekelle grounds, but it will be the Trinitians hanging their heads, and the OTSC is going to be a much quieter place than anticipated.
The crowds will not only flock the Pallekelle Stadium, and I hope you get your catcher ready for your ticket for the second leg, because that's going to be a blockbuster clash. It's going to be a complete sellout. You're going to have the grandstand packed, the Sky Pavilion packed, the Students Pavilion packed. It's going to be very difficult to get a ticket because both these teams, it looks like they're going to dish out a game for the ages in the second leg.
Well, this happened once before as well in 1998. Sudarshana, I'm not sure you would remember this, but not sure. Abid, you weren't even born. But a very, very good Royal side going into 1998 suddenly got beaten, came storming back. They were the league champs that year, came storming back in the second leg. That's what Trinitians will be hoping, that this Trinity side can repeat. But given the way that they've played today, Royal will not be making that easy.
The best person Trinity will be looking to try and spur this team out is the Vice President of the Old Trinity's rugby scrummage, Murad Ramzeen, who will want to have a very close word with these lads about how to try and claw their way back and clinch this one. But now we have the fortune of chatting to a very, very important lad who basically won it himself for Royal College, the Swiss Tech Player of the Match, and also the skipper of Royal College, Amika Samarasinghe.
We're standing by for Amika Samarasinghe to be ready. He will be interviewed in a moment just to find out exactly how he feels at half-time of this Bradby Shield encounter. And if you remember in the St. Thomas's match as well for the Michael Gunaratne Trophy, when St. Thomas's were coming back into that game, Amika Samarasinghe running a fully lateral line and managing to score a try and doing brilliantly. It was a try that managed to get Royal back into the game and win that game eventually for them. He did the same in the first match as well, in the first minute of the game as well today. And he's deservedly our man of the match, and also having one hand on the Bradby Shield, which hasn't been away from the Royal College trophy room for very long.
But another thing Royal College could be proud of is the fact that, well, not proud of the fact that they lost through players to the bin, 3 players to the bin, but the fact that they could defend without those players. Something that Trinity will be kicking themselves is that they couldn't capitalize on that. For 30 minutes in this game, Trinity were a man up and they couldn't capitalize and score a single try.
Big smiles on the faces of the Royalists who are making their way into the dressing room. They would have been given strict instructions: enjoy the moment, lads, but make sure your warm down is good, because we may have won the fight, but the war is still not over. They will want to make sure that they continue the momentum into the second leg. And in Colombo, at their home grounds, they will want to make sure that they put in a bigger shift and secure the shield.
Well, the boots on the other foot, everyone who complained that they couldn't travel up, that they didn't have tickets, they've still witnessed one of the matches for the ages. What an outstanding performance from the Royal team. And Colombo will be in absolute jubilation today. Although Kandy might not be as big a party as all of that, Colombo will certainly drown its sorrows and celebrate its happiness when they go out into the night. Dusk is very much upon us as Amika Samarasinghe joins us now live from the floor.
Joining with me right now is the Swiss Tech Perfect Player of the Match from the first leg of the 79th edition of the Bradby Shield, Amika Samarasinghe, the Royal College skipper. Amika, after losing 34 points to 12 in the league encounter, how special is this win for the boys?
First match with them, we lost pretty bad, but we worked hard for this win today, and I'm happy about the boys, and they showed their heart today. I'm really happy. Let's see what happens in 2 weeks' time.
Well, let's talk about the defensive effort to minimize Trinity College to just 1 try. How special was that?
Last match we didn't have a really great defense. This match we on our defense, and that's what happened today.
How happy you are about their performance today?
really happy about my performance, but it's still not over. Let's see.
Congratulations again and all the best for the second leg.
Thank you.
Not giving too much away and knowing very much that the job is only half done, Sudarshan.
What a beautiful sight here. The sky is turning purple, and the beautiful Pallekelle. As we take a look at the highlights of the full game, we started off with a kick from Abdul Malik, but it was all Royal in the first half. The first goal through the skipper. That's something that he will remember for a long, long time to come. And then came this Patarana, who put in a big shift. Royal also kicking a penalty for good measure. That was the first yellow card. The Royal Wing 3 having to spend 10 minutes in the bin. And Trinity, the only time they used that wraparound, which they have been famed for, scoring through Abdul Malik. That was not going to be the only scoring in the first half, because Royal getting 3 points off the boot of Simak Shafiq. But the second half was scoreless, and it was a tightly contested one, with both teams trying to get some momentum, but Trinity being extremely wasteful of the chances that came around their way. Will not fancy taking a look at the replay of the game.
Yuan Patarana throwing an open fingered punch there and administering the last rites to this game as well. You can see the jubilation on the face of the Royalists as the final whistle blew. And here are the key stats. 15 points to 5 Royal. 2 tries to the Royalists, 1 try to Trinity, and a conversion and a penalty, both of which were missed. 1 conversion and 1 penalty missed by the usually deadly accurate Shan Altaf. But will it be enough for Royal as they travel back to the Royal College Sports Complex? Will Reed Avenue see jubilation for Royal or Trinity? Just 10 points, and it's all to play for when we join you on the 79th Bradby Shield second leg on the 6th of September at the Royal College Sports Complex. Usman Shafraz has plenty of work to do. Amika Samarasinghe knows that his job is only half done, and it is going to be a stunning game. I'm sure all of you gathered wherever you are around the world, if you're still standing to hear us in these final stages of the commentary, we will join you on the 6th of September. From Sudarshan Apiris, Abid Jamil and myself, it's goodbye for now from Pallekelle.
by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
This is Sri Lankaවේ අංක ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to the Papare.
Welcome to the live broadcast on the Papare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.
Reserve your BYD vehicle today with John Keel's CG Auto by visiting the BYD showrooms or call us on 0112 125 125.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Hello, Tokyo Super? ඕන වැඩකට Super.
නව Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
රාමෙන් පාරක් දාමුද?
මෙතන
විතරක් නෙමෙයි. ඕනෙම තැනක රාමෙන්. හඳුන්වා දෙන මෙල්බන් ස්නැකර්ස් කොරියන් රාමෙන් සේවරි විස්කට්. රාමෙන් සැරට සෙට් වෙන්න.
සැරටම enjoy කරන්න party එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get. Spray. Go.
Muscle Guard Herbal Cream. A herbal cream for rapid relief and complete healing from muscle and joint ailments. Experience rapid relief. A trusted product from Link Natural.
Score එක check කරනවා. මේ holiday එකේ no phones. Score එක
85යි.
Score එක.
මගේ නම 90යි.
So many score. මොනවද මේ score?
මේ SoftLogic Life Health Score. ඔබ SoftLogic customer කෙනෙක් නම් face එක scan කරන්න, score එක check කරලා health එක manage කරන්න. දැන් වෙන ලෙඩක් හැදෙන්නත් කලින් ඔබ බලා ගන්න SoftLogic Life ලංකාවේ හොඳම සෞඛ්‍ය රක්ෂණය. ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් නැති දවටනේ නියම විල සඳහන් Swiss Textile Adhesive. අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
නව Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Dawasam refresh when the train ekata go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
Reserve your BYD vehicle today with John Keel's CG Auto by visiting the BYD showrooms or call us on 0112 125 125.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
German-engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Some bonds last a lifetime. Nippon Cement.
Our mountains are majestic. They can be life-giving. Some are even sacred, and their heights bear marks of our heritage. Our mountains elevate us. To us, they are ever inspiring.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
Love rugby?
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
Experience what it means to have true peace of mind with NDB credit cards. NDB credit cards, the advantage in your wallet.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් නැති දවටනේ නියම විල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක්ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චම්මරි අක්කා.
බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Hamasitakma pipide, rasa lemon rasa ye. Jeevithayama mihirai. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Chill when lemon.
Love rugby?
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකෝ දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproof දැම්මා නම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ඔබ SoftLogic Life customer කෙනෙක් නම් ෆේස් එක ස්කෑන් කරන්න, ස්කෝ එක චෙක් කරලා හෙල්ත් එක මැනේජ් කරන්න. දැන් වෙනදක් හැදෙන්නත් කලින් ඔබ බලා ගන්න SoftLogic Life ලංකාවේ හොඳම සෞඛ්‍ය රක්ෂණය.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් නැති දවටනේ නියම විල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක්ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine. Just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit. Never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චම්මරි අක්කා.
බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Score එක check කරනවා. මේ holiday එකේ no phones. Score එක
85යි.
Score එක!
මගේ නම 90යි.
So many scores. මොනවද මේ score?
මේ Softlogic Life Health Score. ඔබ Softlogic customer කෙනෙක් නම් face එක ස්කෑන් කරන්න, score එක check කරලා health එක manage කරන්න. දැන් වෙන ලෙඩක් හැදෙන්නත් කලින් ඔබ බලා ගන්න Softlogic Life ලංකාවේ හොඳම සෞඛ්‍ය රක්ෂණය.
දවසම fresh වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Boss, you're the one who lifted this company to where it is today, ne? Your work is so well organized and your capability really shines through it.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
මේ දිනවල ඇතිවිය හැකි අසනීප තත්ත්වයන් වලින් ආරක්ෂා වීම සඳහා ප්‍රතිශක්තිය වර්ධනය කර නිරෝගීමත් දවසක් සඳහා සමහන් පානය කරන්න. සෙවදා සමහන් සෙවදා සුවෙන්.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තියේ කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චෞමරි අක්කා.
පිටියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
Swiss Tech Skim Coat finish එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
ZZ. WeKYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances.
Amazing. Introducing the digital youth account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.